What is going on, collective, and welcome back to another video. Now, I've been gone for quite some time. Let me explain in a TLDR fashion, because honestly, I'm not gonna make another update video where I talk about everything that's going on, so I'm gonna give you the quick version, okay? I got a new at-home job. I'm leaving my hotel job, which is overnight. I have been working on this particular video that you're about to watch for the longest time, and honestly, it's 3 hours, as you can tell. But it's a nice listen. It's a good podcast type gameplay sort of situation, and it's easy to watch. However, I had very particular plans for this video, and because of the way I went about it and being uninitiated, trying to manually do things for this video was extremely daunting. And honestly, I kept looking at how long the video is and going through it manually to make these characters' mouths move and all of this nonsense, that it was becoming a humongous chore. And I just kept falling off and putting it off to the side for the longest. And honestly, it was really making me fall back on my YouTube stuff. But I figured, you know what? I just did away with it. I'm gonna be honest. So April, I'm terribly sorry that what you're gonna see is like just two still images. On the next one, I promise I'm going to make sure that it's figured out by the time that we go through the topics that we didn't get a chance to discuss. With that being said, I know that this first episode of the consensus is extremely long, but it is going to be categorized and you'll see all the topics that you can skip through. Easy chapters, okay? So enjoy. If you make it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your face and everything it does. Let's get to it. What is going on, collective, and welcome to the first ever episode of the consensus, where me and my guests go over topics that we are very interested in and have fun while we're doing it. Right now, my guest for the first episode is AprilSamurai, who is a Twitch streamer, overall funny dude who I occasionally watch on Twitch. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself before we go ahead and get started, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, collective? As he said, I'm AprilSamurai. I am a IT technician by trade, and I do stream a little bit on the side and make YouTube videos. I hope you guys are doing well.
Okay, I did not know that you were IT tech. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That I guess that we can start off one of my topics by asking primarily about you, because obviously you stream, and I'm sure there are things that your stream regulars are aware of, but just for the people that don't know you, I suppose. But before we get into that, do you think you can play and talk at the same time?
Yes, I definitely can.
You think that's something that's doable for you? We can go ahead and do that. We'll do a duos.
Okay.
Duos show. Oh, you know what? We can do a solo one too.
All right, that works too.
All right, let's get it going. All right,
All right.
We'll start off.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're okay. You're okay. We'll start off by saying, tell us about AprilSamurai.
Alrighty, so AprilSamurai, the singing samurai. What can I say? The name AprilSamurai comes from the fact that I was born in April, and I always had a fascination with samurai and Japanese culture. So just combining those two, that's how we got AprilSamurai. I mean,
okay, pretty straight to the point then.
Yeah, no, absolutely straight to the point. Let's see. Pretty regularly, I've been like messing around with Sonic Frontiers as of lately, and I stream a lot of Genshin Impact. I've taken a little backseat from Genshin Impact right now just to play Sonic Frontiers. And
Okay.
that's been my main focus. I've been enjoying it. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and that's really what I've been doing. I do a lot of variety.
Okay.
You know, yeah,
How
yeah.
how
So
how how often do you stream?
let's see. At the current moment, the current iteration of April Samurai, I stream technically 3 times a week, which would be on
Okay.
Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause me myself, I like I said, I've kind of I don't want to say stepped down from, but I have been trying to cool it in regards to streaming, just to kind of focus up on some YouTube and other
Right.
like social medias to kind of try to gain a following before like trying to refocus back up on Twitch, especially since like I study Japanese. 'Cause you mentioned like the Japanese culture and whatnot.
Mhm.
Since we both kind of share that aspect, do you know any Japanese? Not really, right? It's just
Outside of a few phrases, I don't know. I don't know if you heard the Oh no!
okay,
um,
well,
yeah. Yeah, just a few phrases. I don't know if you like. I feel like a me saying some Japanese on Twitter, introducing myself.
right.
Um, and but besides that, no, I'm also learning too. I also got to
Okay.
start off with the basics and kind of start learning Japanese as well.
Okay. All right. Well, Japanese is not that all difficult. So I mean, once you learn like the basic structures, I forgot Among Us was in this game. Anyway, once you learn
Right,
like
it
the
is.
basic structures of like certain sentences,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of like the vocabulary. But that said, like
Okay.
you mentioned you have kids, right? How many do you have? Just one?
I do have just one. Yep. I have a
Daughter.
four-year-old girl. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay. And have you ever as a father now, right?
Yeah.
Has that like changed your overall perspective of, I don't know, life in general, or how you live that? You feel?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um. So, uh, like they're there before we had her and everything. Like there was particular things that I wanted to do, like right off the bat and everything. But once I found out that we were going to be having one, then yeah, it was more so like I had to start shifting things, putting things in perspective. It's like, okay, it doesn't mean I won't be able to do those things ever, but it just means that I need to focus on what's important right now. So like
Right.
at the time for me, I was working, but I was a huge fan of League of Legends and everything. I was playing it pretty regularly, and
Damn.
everything. But once I found out, that I was having a daughter, I was like, I had to really put that on the back burner.
Right.
And for the first couple of years, definitely, I wasn't playing League at all, actually. And that was fine. It was just a hobby on the side.
Oh
Same
my
with
God.
same with streaming. Actually, I actually had to put all of that on the back burner that I was doing. And it was definitely the oh my lord, it was definitely the proper decision.
Right.
Because there was no way I was gonna be able to focus on every single thing.
So I guess
So
I guess like a follow up to that is,
yeah.
were you streaming?
Oh damn right.
Yeah, no, I got kicked out almost immediately.
Oh lord.
Were you streaming prior to having your daughter?
Yes. So prior to having my daughter, I actually was streaming for 2 years. And
Oh,
at that time, I at that time I actually had a following because I was playing Overwatch, Dragon Ball Z, and MMOs, and I actually had much better following at that time.
what kind of
Um,
MMOs?
I was playing Terra, and I was also
Ooh,
playing Path of Exile.
okay.
Yeah. So I was like playing that pretty regularly outside of work and everything, and you know me, I also got to put that, also putting my Sonic in there, and it was going well and
Mm.
everything. But like I said, then I took a huge several year break, and that's where I'm trying to basically kind of at this point basically reinvent my stream.
Right.
I've taken many hiatuses from streaming,
Oh,
mainly
same.
because like you, I also want because I also realize that the best way to grow on Twitch is to bring your audience from somewhere else. So that's also what I've been focusing on too as of lately. I do try to stream here and there as of lately, but yeah, it's mainly just trying to focus on YouTube and TikTok, and making content elsewhere, and then pulling those people to my Twitch from there. So that's also what I've been focused on lately too.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why. Yeah. So when you said that, I definitely agree. You already left the lobby, right?
Yeah. I'm in the main.
Okay. I don't know why I was still watching that. All right, here we go.
But yeah, it can be tough, man. It can definitely be tough. But I guess that's why I wanted to see what your take is. Because I've been doing it since it pops up on my channel every time like a video starts. Usually it shows when it was like established. I think it was like January 16th.
Okay.
Let me see, because I actually have something up right now. Yeah. So January 23rd, 2016. 2016 is when I started streaming. And I started streaming because at the time I was playing a lot of Smash. This was before my daughters was even a thought. But like I used to stream a lot of, or not Smash, but I used to play a lot of Smash Bros. This was during Smash 4 time era. I was watching Nairo. Nairo is like a very popular Smash streamer.
For sure.
Yeah. But prior to certain events that had happened. But I thought it was really cool, like the idea, because at the time I was a Zelda main, and I guess he messed around with Zelda in the game, and since he's a top player, certain of my friends who watch him regularly, oh my god, I just fell, was kind of egging him on to fight me, and
really?
or like to play me in the game, and we played, of course. He almost got the hands, but ultimately, the experience in general was like really cool. The concept of like being able to like play with people from very far away. It was my first like actual I've heard of Twitch, but I didn't really like interact with it like that. So when I went on there and they were showing me the streamer and people playing Smash, when I got the chance to actually play, I was like, yo, this is kind of freaking cool. I can't believe I got eliminated.
Oh, you did?
I did. Are you safe?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna leave out the.
No. You can stay in. I just wanted to make sure because I don't even see you.
Wait. I get eliminated too? No. I'm still here. No, all right, I'm gonna leave the lobby so I can.
No. You can keep going because I can at least like spectate, see how far you get.
That's fair. Okay.
I just want to make sure you're in the hoop shoot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dive, slide, hoops. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I can still ask my questions in chat. But he showed me one of my friends egged him on to play me. We played, and after that set was done, I was thinking like, dang, this is like really freaking cool that people can like play and chat with people who are like.
Wait, I'm eliminated too. Wait, how did I made it? How did I get eliminated? What the?
I thought I was eliminated, bro.
Wait, what?
I guess we can exit.
Yeah, okay. Wait, I literally jumped in the thing and it said I qualified. How did I get eliminated?
Me too. I guess we didn't qualify like fast enough. Like it was only counting a certain amount of people.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, what? All right.
But
go ahead.
It was like, it was so cool that we were able to like play even though we're nowhere near each other, and obviously these games had online already, and I'm aware of that, but being able to chat with people and just have that kind of community like setting, I thought it was really cool. So I was like, dang, man, I should look into this. And the first game I actually ever streamed was Splatoon 2, I think. Oh wow, okay. It was Splatoon 2. The quality and like of everything, the mic, the
Yeah.
gameplay, all that. Like the quality was not the best, man. Like when I watch like certain things. Oh, it's saying you canceled the matchmaking.
Wait,
Let's see.
wait.
But
I didn't, though.
you might have to unready and then ready up again, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. That's
There you
weird
go.
because I'm definitely not canceling it at all. And my internet's fine. Let me see.
Multiple shows. Okay, I guess it's gonna tell us what it seems like it's fine now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, when I see like any clips in that time period, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god, because everything is so much better now.
Right. Right.
So
Nice.
I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
let's try. Like it's funny, like when I look at like old videos or old clips, even on my YouTube, I like cringe on the inside.
Right.
Because like things are just not the same anymore, obviously. But like
Right.
I don't want to get rid of it or hide it, right? Because
Mhm.
that's where I originated from, right? You know, like
Exactly.
this is where I came from. Like
Mhm.
I can't be ashamed of that cringy, terrible like previous state of like my streams. Like before, I used to do
Right.
like a theme.
Mhm.
I constantly had like a theme throughout the streaming bit. And when I started streaming, funny enough, I didn't have the visor.
Oh,
I used to wear
wow.
like a little beanie.
Pre-
It kind
pre-visor.
of,
Wow.
yeah, it kind of varied what I wore, but it was pretty early into my stream cycle that I found the visor. I found it at like a Walmart, and it was red. So that's like that's my color right there. So I was like,
Right.
the visor looks kind of cool. Maybe I can make this a thing, and then it was.
Wow, that actually gives me the same energy as oh, what's his name? Filthy Frank getting the pink suit. It's like it was like the rest was history right after he did that. Right. After
Right,
he got that red visor.
right.
Did I get first? Wow, I got first. Okay, nice.
I'm like right behind you.
Hey, let's go.
But it's so interesting. I find it at Walmart at first, and after that one time, I could never find red visors there ever again. Because sometimes I try to go back there. I used to try to go back there and grab one. I used to wear like the plain red visors, but now I have one with my logo on it.
Right.
I need to get an updated one with an updated logo, but before I had like these weird things. It was the oboe latte, right?
Yeah.
That's what I used to call it. And I wasn't entirely sure what it is I wanted to do. Like I took certain inspirations from certain streamers. You know, I would watch like very popular like streamers to see like what is it about these guys that they do that, you know, makes them so huge.
Right.
Like certain entertainers just have that energy about them, like Dr. Disrespect, right? You have
Right.
his theme, he's just an obnoxious dude. But
Right.
he's entertaining and he's good at the games he plays.
Right.
And you have Pokimane, you have
True.
Ninja when Fortnite was like highly
Right.
played.
Like Shroud.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just so-
yo, you remember Tfue when he was playing Fortnite?
Right. Yeah. And
I get you.
then like Ninja skyrocketed when he got to play with like Drake. I don't even
That was-
remember that time period.
That was crazy. That's actually around the time I started getting into Twitch too.
Really?
I was about about a year after you, like around 2017ish for me, when I started getting into Twitch and wanting to use the platform, like watching people and wanting to use it. It's actually funny that you mentioned that you mentioned that when you go back to your old clips and everything. Because that's literally how I started too. Like I just started with just my Xbox One, a blue Xbox One controller, and a iPhone headphone mic combination, and
Yeah.
it was crunchy. It's crunchy as hell, man. But that's all I had.
Yeah, no,
And-
it's so funny. Like when I go to certain people's streams and they shout me out, and then like the clip plays and it's like a really old one, I'm like, oh god. And like I used to go about like certain like catchphrases, and I don't even remember when I started saying that I appreciated people's faces.
Right.
Because I used to do a thing where like somebody would follow me and then I would give them a compliment. I'd say something along the lines of, "Hey, yo, thank you so much for that follow, man. Like, you look fantastic. Is that a new hat? Like, I got the same one, or just something silly like that." And then
Right.
it would just be like random compliments, whether it's about their clothes, their hair, or just things that they do, you know. And I don't know why I appreciate your face kind of stuck. I don't even remember the first time I used it.
That's
But
actually interesting.
somewhere along the lines I said that, and for some reason that specifically like stuck without me even realizing that it stuck. It's just something I just kept repeating eventually. So it's just so interesting, like having that as a catchphrase, or certain things that I say a lot on stream that becomes mannerisms. Do you have like any type of like catchphrase or like like anything that kind of signifies your like brand at all, you think?
Let's see. Okay, I have two things to say. One, I'm gonna answer your question first, and then two, actually, let's speak about what you were just talking about with your catchphrase and everything. For me, I would say things that I like say pretty regularly, like on almost every stream, is probably the like my sign off, the samurai out.
Raw, I hear you say that
that
occasionally.
yeah, that I try to end my streams with all the time, because at the end of the day, April Samurai, it's like, how do I describe it? It's I guess kind of like a personality.
Right.
It always kind of gave me like if I was doing like a radio kind of show,
Right.
where I'm able to talk and play games and everything, and that's just like how I sign out. And another thing is, like, I guess catching people on the flip side, something I've always said.
Right.
Like just growing up, it's just something that's always stuck with me. Everything. So I guess we'll be that. What, I don't think I've ever played this mode.
I think you definitely have to dive to like go faster for sure.
Oh, wow, you can slide. Okay, gotcha. So yeah. That's mainly it. What I say for that. And now, when I first met you, and I for the first time heard you say, and I appreciate your face and everything it does, or when I hear you say homie slice, when I first heard that, I was like, oh, this guy's cool as shit. What the hell? So wait a minute. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna qualify this one, because I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. But yeah, it's like
You might honestly, some of these guys are like, if you go through a gold one, you'll probably win like ASAP.
oh, is that what I need to do?
But you can go through, I think these cost like 1 point, and then the other one costs like, oh, okay, so you're almost there. You're almost there. Go for that last gold.
Yeah, I got you.
Nice.
Oh, let's go. Thank you. Yeah. So I was like, wow, I really enjoy how you have everything put together, you know, with your brand and how you say that. I was like, wow. It's just so interesting. So to hear you say, you know, back then you were like, you didn't even have a catchphrase yet. It's just so interesting, because I thought that's something that with how naturally it sounds coming out of your mouth these days. I thought that you already had that. I thought you already had it.
It took time. I think it was during like, it must have been like during a like a huge raid or something, because the cat once hosted me, or once raided me while I was playing Smash Bros, and he's a pretty notable figure in the Smash community. So he raided me, and I think I just had to like try to like condense what it is I say to everybody. So I guess like having so many people to like say what's up to, like, and thank for the follow, I think that's probably where that kind of like, you know, condensed itself. So I just kept repeating that and over, and then it just became a thing. I think I don't even know, but I didn't even have a catchphrase, and then like it just became a thing. Same thing with the red visor. Like I was a big fan. I'm a fan of like having very recognizable things, because back in the day I used to wear like a Santa hat all the time.
Okay.
I went through a lot of hair phases, unrelated, but like there was always a thing that I had that was kind of like a insignia, I think is the word I want to use. Something I would use that's like that would be recognizable with me. So before, it was like a Santa hat that I would wear, and I would wear it like all the time when I was out and about, except the month of December, because that's when everybody wears it. So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna do that. And some people will think like man, this guy just wants to be like weird or different or whatever. But like, while that could have been the case, because that's just how I kind of was.
Right.
Wanting to be different, you know, like it was one of those situations where like it can be obnoxious in a way sometimes. But I was very known for it.
Right.
So like people can like walk down the street and they can be extremely far from me, and they just see a red hat and they automatically they already know that it's me. Oh God!
Right.
Get up! I can't! Oh my goodness!
No! Oh man!
My guy wouldn't get up, bro. The floors just kept pushing me and making me roll.
Oh wait! No!
Yeah, exactly
man.
like that. Exactly like that. I guess we can exit now.
Man. I got you.
But it's just so funny. Somebody, like, I remember somebody asking me really late at night. I was sitting in the park on my computer, on my laptop.
Yeah.
Because at the time I didn't have internet at my house, and I would just take from people's Wi-Fi's in the apartments behind me. I would just sit at the park that was right next to the apartment buildings, and I would just chill there on my computer.
I've been there.
And somebody would like walk through, and they'd be like, hey, question, I always see you around. Why do you wear the Santa hat? I ain't got nothing. I got no answer. I was like, to be different, I guess. And that was pretty much it. But like, I didn't even have like a particular reason.
Right.
At the time, it's so interesting. Like at the time, right? I wanted to stand out. I wanted to be the odd one, right? But not in a weird way, obviously, because before that, like I used to live in Patterson, and Patterson's kind of like what, the hood, right? So like when I lived there, I used to live in Patterson.
Oh, okay. My fellow Jersey brother. Okay.
Right. Yeah. No, because I was in Jersey for like 7 years, but my time there was very iffy. Because when I was younger, like middle school type time period, like I was bullied a lot.
Oh,
and so when I moved to Lodi, in New Jersey, which is like right next to the Hackensack area,
right?
If you're familiar, I would, like, it was a new town. I was like, you know what? I'm not finna be the same. I'm not gonna be known and picked on here. It's not gonna happen. So I try to make it like a different. Oh my God, what is happening here?
Wait, is it just we have to figure out the one to go into?
I think so.
Because
which one didn't I go in?
I haven't figured it out yet, that's for sure.
I don't even know.
Oh, okay, I'm moving on to the next one.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so it's the left one. No problem.
Alright, it's definitely not that one.
Oh, there's other ones behind. I did not notice that.
Oh, alright, finally moving on.
Okay. Nope, that ain't it. Get up. Oh.
Wait, what? No, I just got sent back to the gold area. No. Alright.
Did I go in this one? I'm back
Oh my
at 2?
gosh. Oh, stop smacking me around, please. Oh, I got to make the gold one again.
Oh my goodness, it's
bro. Bro, which one is it?
I don't know. I'm kind of following every. Okay, I see. How the heck are we supposed to figure?
Let me go to 21 I didn't go to, which was.
Oh, that's definitely not it.
Oh my lord. What? Come on, man.
Okay, so that's 4. I got 28 seconds. Oh my God.
Oh, which one didn't I go into? Okay.
Oh, I definitely probably lost this one. This is silly.
Yeah, I definitely lost this one, dude. I can't figure out where to go, to be honest. So I keep getting to the pink part, and then I just don't.
Oh.
No, I've tried every single one of them, and I just don't know where to go. No, yes,
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's a toughie. Like, is there like a hint on, or we're supposed to just guess? I have no idea.
Yeah, let me leave out of that one real quick. All right.
But yeah, so when I moved here, I was like, you know what?
Mm.
I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna have anybody pick on me, bully me. I was kind of on probation, kind of in regards to the schools, right? Because
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had gotten kicked out of like every school in Patterson, unfortunately. I got kicked out of every school in Patterson primarily because like at the time I was kind of ahead of my class.
Okay.
And I was kind of in a obnoxious stage where if the work didn't challenge me, I wouldn't do it. Right?
Yep.
I would ask them for harder work, but they wouldn't give it to me. So like, okay, well, I'm not doing it. I would like fall asleep all the time in class. Schools got sick of me basically, so they eventually like removed me.
I see. Wow.
Eventually, we moved to the new town, new
Right.
school. I had 30 days. I had to be nice. I had to chill, go to the school.
Yeah.
On the literal last day, my mom came in. She spoke to the school. She was like, yeah, he's doing a good job. He can start officially like tomorrow. Literally,
Oh, wow.
after she left, this obnoxious kid was like messing with me,
Yeah.
and I wasn't gonna have it. Because if I back down at this point, like it became a spectacle basically. So at this point, like if I had backed down, it would just be the same situation. I was gonna let that happen. So I settled for myself. We had a fight in the classroom.
Oh,
I got called,
no.
and then I got kicked out of the school. So I was like, all right. But
Sheesh.
yeah, it was a situation, and then they put me into this. It wasn't like a normal school. It was one of these out of district schools, but it was like a bunch of like
Okay.
bad kids
Mm-hmm.
or kids in similar situations that
Right.
they got kicked out of their schools for various reasons, not any particular reasons, mainly because they just bad kids.
Yeah. I get
But
you.
there was another kid, a late friend of mine. He, oh my god, almost got. I thought I was goated for a second.
Almost got hooked.
I did, but that was another kid that like, think of like angry video game nerd. You know who that is? The YouTuber.
I do.
He's kind of he's kind of in regards to looks, like he's similar, right?
Okay,
And
gotcha.
oh god, no. That hand almost gave me the hands. Nice. I qualified.
Nice.
But he was getting picked on in this school, and I was like, all right, listen, man, we're not about to do this.
Right.
Like, cause I can't stand it. I can't stand bullies, bro.
Yeah, no, neither can I. I get it.
So I think like after I fought some kid for this dude, we immediately became friends.
Nice.
Because
That's
he
actually
wasn't the type that would like get into a fight like that. And
Right.
because of like how nerdy he looked or whatever the case was, like he was like an easy target, I guess. I was like, that's not cool, guys. Like for real. So I got like I think like out of school suspension for like a day or two.
Right.
More so the other guy, obviously, because the principal understood. Like I was just standing up for whoever. But no, he messaged me, and then we became like real cool friends. We went to our first like Smash Bros tournament.
That's what's up.
Like I still have it because my brother just showed me a picture recently. But he would like he hacked my Wii.
Nice.
And
Wow.
he used to like he made like a bunch of like Wii games for me, and I still have that entire collection. Not on me, it's in Jersey, but my brother showed me a picture of all the Wii games we like downloaded and like bootleg basically. But
Wow, that's amazing.
But he eventually we planned on like making video games together and like going to Japan and taking over Japan.
Nice.
You know, like
Okay.
we were very ambitious. So he had like no motivation for school. He hated school for obvious reasons.
Okay.
We gotta go in this stupid zone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta stay in the zone in order to qualify. Ugh.
I see. I see.
But we had a lot of plans to make video games together and whatnot, which I thought it was pretty freaking cool idea. So
Right.
I eventually did my thing, and I was able to go back to my district in regards to school. I qualified.
Nice.
And he eventually got motivated enough to go to college, and he eventually enlisted in the army, where he sadly passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it's a good memory though. Like seeing that he was doing his thing at least prior to.
Yeah.
I was just glad I was able to be a friend to him. So like it's just like certain motivational things that kind of keep me going in regards to that, you know what I mean? Like I mean my dreams have kind of changed or shifted, obviously.
Right.
Because making video games is a lot of freaking work, man.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. That's actually something I wanted to do as a child too.
Yeah.
Even before I got into IT, like that's something I wanted to do too. Now my dream shifted to owning my own computer company, which I am working on now.
Yeah, what's up.
You just gotta start copywriting things. But yeah. No, I agree. I can definitely relate to that. Japan and all.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I still want to go there eventually.
I do too. I just to visit, absolutely.
Yeah, like I have Japanese friends that live down there, so like I that's something I like. Going down there to see them is something I definitely want to do. But to summarize,
yeah,
right? Like it's just like being able to affect people,
right?
Is such a crazy thing that we just have the power to do, and it's just something to really like sit down and think about,
right?
You know. Especially with like the people that are around us, the people we touch, like affect, we putting each other in our lives and whatnot, like in other people's lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So it's just crazy. But
it's actually good that you say that. I actually had well, it wasn't recent, but it was like say within the last year. I actually had a heart to heart with a longtime friend of mine. We actually met under some similar circumstances. I had met him in the 5th grade, and it's interesting because when he first came to the school and he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he tried to punk me, because I too endured some bullying growing up too.
right.
So first thing he tried to do was try to punk me and everything, and try to beat me up, and but he tried to scrap with me, and I'm not no fighter or anything, but like I definitely didn't let him do that, and from there that's actually where him and I started bonding from, and oh shit, okay, well I fell off. I wasn't sure about the game, and then I just fell off on accident. But yeah, no. So him and I started bonding from there, and we've just been inseparable since then. I even keep in touch with him even till today. He's helped me out many times. He's also into IT. He's also helped me out many times. And so it's interesting that you should mention that. Because a lot of the stuff that he told me, I never realized. I never thought about it like that. It's like this was just my man, so we were just hanging out and everything. I didn't realize he felt so strongly about the time that we've spent and how much it impacted him. I didn't realize that.
Right.
But hey, I'm glad that I'm glad that we were able to enjoy the time with each other. You know what I'm saying? It is important.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't believe I won that.
Nah.
I wasn't even sure what the heck I was supposed to do.
Nice job.
But yeah. So I guess we can move on to the to another topic. Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh Lord. Okay.
How you feeling about that? How are you feeling about the Mario movie, bro?
I am excited for it. I can't speak for anybody else, but I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing. I'm looking forward to seeing it in the movies. Well, hopefully day one, but definitely immediately. What about you?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. There's been like 2 trailers and like 1 or 2 shorts. Have you seen the shorts with like Mario walking through the Toad Town?
No, I haven't. I actually
Oh
haven't.
my
I've only seen the screenshots on Twitter. I've seen 2 of the 2 trailers, but I haven't had a chance. Yeah, because I wanted to watch them, you know, like, you know, and make a video about it, but I never got around to doing it. But no, I definitely gotta watch it.
You
I
gotta
have to
watch it.
them.
You
I
gotta
gotta
watch it. It's like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I think like the main trailer. I don't remember how the main trailer. No, I'm not even, because I remember the second trailer because I watched my video and other few reactions to it.
Gotcha.
But no, it's a really good trailer. He's
All right,
walking through the
cool.
town. There's like a lot happening that I'm not gonna spoil, but
Okay.
it really shows off certain characters. Mario talks a little bit more in that trailer, and as far as the look of the movie, it looks freaking awesome.
Yes.
Like it looks awesome.
It
I
does,
really
yeah.
tried to cheese this by jumping over the gate. But
I absolutely did too, but they was like, no, they put that invisible wall there. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, they really not having that. Oh, I can slide on this too. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
But no, like the music, you'll
Right.
you'll notice the music immediately during that little shorts trailer.
All right. Cool.
But you know, it looks fantastic, and I really can't wait. As far as like the environments, the music goes, everything seems on par for the course. So
Right.
Mario's voice.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
Okay. So, initial discourse aside, about the whole getting star power to voice characters, which, you know, I mean, I agree, you know, about the whole thing. However, so far what I've been hearing, is I can tell that he is at least trying. You know what I'm saying? I know he doesn't have too much range, but I can tell at least that he's trying with some of the,
right?
yeah. If I say, I didn't have to say it, you already know who I'm talking about. But yes, I can tell, like, some of the sentences, some of the phrases, I can tell that there's definitely life there. That once I watch the whole thing all in one go, I'll probably be able to appreciate more.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully
if you watch
will be able to
that,
appreciate more.
oh yeah,
Oh,
if you watch that
yeah?
other trailer, like there is a little bit more to him. I feel like, so I feel like I'm like, even during the second trailer,
Yes,
I was listening. I was like, you know, I can get used to this voice.
I can. Yeah.
I can get used to it, because I'm fine with like Mario's regular voice being
Right.
exclusive to the games or whatever, right?
Yes.
Some people argue
feel the
that.
same.
Some people argue, and I was kind of in the same ballpark in regards to like Mario's voice, his video game voice,
Right.
only works in like short bursts. I've heard that argument. I've made that argument.
I also agree with that too.
That
I made
it
argument.
only works really in like short catchphrases. And some people argue like Charles Marinette. I keep mispronouncing his last name, but Charles, he who was the
I do
actual voice of Mario.
Yes.
They claim like he has a lot of range, and
he does. He absolutely does.
He's done
extremely
a few.
talented.
Oh yeah, he has a few prominent voice roles in games and media I didn't even know about.
True. I agree.
And like in media that I've like taken part of, you know, like
Right.
so. Like seeing that, like even with that, right? I'm still like. I feel like I don't know if I would want to hear that voice, at least not in the same way. Like, I'm sure that he could modify that Mario voice in a way where it can carry like certain emotions and whatnot easily to match with the movie. I'm sure he can do that. What the heck? Did I just fall back in the same spot?
Wait, what? What is that? Wait, did I just get sent back?
Yeah, I think I did not like go forward a little bit.
Okay.
I had to do that jump again, which kind of sucks. But it's okay.
Okay, here it goes.
Wow, they pushed me off, those jerks.
Mhm.
Gonna
Right.
make it. But yeah, I feel like after hearing that argument and seeing like his actual range,
Yeah.
I can see that maybe there's a possibility that he can actually like pull off the role, right?
Right.
At the same time,
Oh, you and me hit it at the same time. Well, me and you actually just got in at the same time.
right? But yeah, at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can like listen to that, you know, like
I agree. I agree. And like I said, yeah, exactly. It's like nothing against it, but it's like I personally, I just don't want to hear it.
are we about to get eliminated? Damn.
Wait, we got eliminated? I thought we made it.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't have it. Like the higher we are, like the more
Oh,
points
okay.
you get. So I
That's
guess we
probably how we
didn't
got eliminated
qualify.
last time.
Yeah, I guess we didn't qualify in regards to how many points we needed.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I just want to see what they're cooking right now.
Like,
Yeah.
would I have chosen Chris Pratt? Probably
No.
not.
Probably not. Yeah, no.
But you're not the worst.
Yeah, I agree. And you know it's funny. It's real funny how everybody act because a lot of people are cool. Well, obviously people are cool with Jack Black. Jack Black is Jack Black.
Oh,
and that's fine. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. But it's crazy how people will treat Chris Pratt's Mario a certain way. But everybody's like, oh, you know what? Charlie Day just fits perfectly for Luigi. Like, there's no argument against it, even though it's the same star power being brought in instead of an actual voice actor. But
Right.
people are fine with Charlie Day doing it, though. It's just crazy to me, just the difference. I'm like, okay.
I can agree. You know what I think didn't help the situation either. Like, I think Chris Pratt came out. I think he did like a video or something, and he was like or a statement, and he said something along the lines of, like,
oh boy,
it's gonna like his Mario voice is gonna be unlike anything you've ever heard. And I'm like, he kind of like sealed his fate with that one. I feel like that didn't help that situation for sure.
Yeah.
Or there's
Yeah.
like I've seen like another video that was probably posted on TikTok, and it was like it's him saying "It's a me, Mario," and then he says,
Oh, yeah,
that's,
true.
that's not the voice," and then it zooms out, and it's like, "Yes, the F it is."
Yo, or the other one where he was like, I played Mario growing up. I was already stomping
Oh
on
my God.
stomping
Stomping on
Coopers with a capital K.
Koopas.
Coopers.
Like that long pause.
Yeah,
Like he was trying to think about what enemy to like say.
Right, and it's like a lot of people use that to be like, oh, well, he's not a real Mario fan. It's like, well,
He
okay,
didn't
listen.
even play the game.
I'm like, we don't even know whether he did or didn't. It's like, it's not like he was. It looked like he was put on the spot in the video. It like bro just woke up, but like,
True.
I'm like, listen, how about you just watch the movie and judge it off that? You can spit all your vitriol in the reviews after you've watched the entire movie, and everything.
Like,
But,
honestly, like as a how you feeling about like Peach?
Honestly, I okay, well, that's a whole nother can of worms. I like what they're doing with Peach and everything, but I see it's already started to people are already starting to feel a certain way about it.
Oh my God,
But
I have no idea.
but I enjoy what I've been seeing of Peach. I ain't even going cap.
Absolutely.
I ain't even going cap. It's like, you know what? Everybody's saying that. Listen, I ain't never seen Peach do some of the stuff that she was doing in the movie for the Kingdom. I'm just saying. It's like, yeah, she's got a character for sure, but I ain't never see the stuff that she was doing in the movie in any of the games. And if I wish that we, outside of maybe Super Princess Peach, that's
Right.
one game out of so many. It's like it's like if that's how she was going forward in more games, taking a more active role and everything, then I wouldn't be against it. But it's like, listen, I enjoy this take in the movie. Okay, it's something a little fresher.
Yeah, I can agree. And like because the way that the game the movie is looking, like it seems, of course, like it's an origin story.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So like I like the idea of like Peach and Luigi switching roles, right? Because Mario has no connection to Peach, so it doesn't make sense for Mario to go out of his way for some princess he doesn't know. right?
Yes, and you know it's funny because people were saying that they would prefer if Mario saves Peach in this movie, and some people like and there's a chance that he might still at a point, but
Have to
everybody was
save
like,
her,
yo,
yeah.
he should save her in this movie. I'm like, but why though? This is clearly a different take. I mean, we finally got Brooklyn confirmed after all this time outside of the cartoons,
Right.
but it's like why, like you said, yeah, why would he come immediately from there and go to save Peach? I'm glad he's focusing on saving his brother, because that low key that's much more important right now. Until he gets to know Peach and establishes a relationship to where it's like, okay, now I need to save her because I've spent more time in the Mushroom Kingdom now. So
Right.
I've gotten to know the subjects and everything. So now it's more important to me. But like Luigi's just more important right now in the origin story.
Yeah, but it all looks so good. Jump and dive through hoops to
does,
score
it
points.
does.
Okay. But yeah,
Okay.
I like now I've seen like a Twitter post of some dude on Twitch
Oh, boy.
absolutely complaining about the fact
Yep.
that like
I
Peach
knew
was like
exactly what
doing
you're
the
talking about.
heroine like sort of situation, and that Mario's the quote unquote bumbling idiot. Like, yeah, he's the bumbling
But
idiot.
that's the crazy
Like,
part. He's not. It's really just him. It's at least in the case of the movie, it is him.
he doesn't know anything.
Right, he doesn't know anything about the way that the world works. Like in that one scene where Peach grabs the fire flower, like Mario didn't know that was there. He didn't know that's what it does. It's like he's learning, and Peach is
Teaching him like the ropes basically.
Yeah.
So like I am absolutely like, number one, I love like Peach having the active role.
Right.
I love seeing like Peach as like the badass, because that's not something that I'm used to.
Right. Exactly.
And I think having like it's not completely against her character, because she has her moments even in the games where she will take on that role anyway, or try to be more helpful or active. So
Right.
like seeing her like embrace that role is like very refreshing to me, and something that I think definitely makes a huge difference, especially with like determining what kind of character they want her to be, even going forward. I would love to see them kind of incorporate that, like even in future games and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna make like a Super Mario game, the movie, like Super Mario Bros. Movie, the game, right?
I haven't seen too many of those these days, especially since THQ went bankrupt. But
true.
Yeah, because THQ used to make every single one of those, like the movie, the game type beats. But like no cap, they really did. But oh man, wow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this and seeing what they do.
Any criticisms with what you've seen so far?
Criticisms? Honestly, no. I know a lot of. I know. It was interesting seeing Illumination do it.
Oh,
But Illumination's movies as of lately, like with like Rise of Gru, the animation has been spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Like they've been going all out with it.
I hate Minions.
I'm not a big fan of them either. I like Gru, but I don't.
But
like
yeah, no, they've in terms of the animations go, it looks so good. And even when you watch this second trailer, because you gotta watch it, bro. I don't know what you plan on doing in regards to videos, but you need to hop on that. No, not the second trailer. I've seen that video. I'm talking about that basically like a commercial or whatever they showed at it's basically what they showed at the Game Awards, the recent Game Awards.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Then I definitely got to see that. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They showed it at the Game Awards officially, so yeah, no, you gotta watch it, because there's so many details in just that one like section. Oh my god, so many. Right. Like even in regards to the music, like there's music from certain games, right? And, like it's crazy. It's so good.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, so if you fall, you're done. So try not to fall.
I got you.
I already fell.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Oh damn. Okay. So how do you feel about oh wait, oh gosh, it almost kicked me out, but I'm still good. So so with the rise of the Mario movie and everything, you knew eventually everybody was gonna have to bring up Sonic, and you know, for one, everybody's like, oh, I wish the Mario movie was something that the Sonic movies could be. And one thing I'm an advocate of is, you know, let movie Sonic and game Sonic be their own thing. There's their own continuities.
Oh, I agree.
And it's like movie Sonic doesn't have to be game Sonic. So like everyone's like, oh, I wish they would do X, Y, and Z with the characters. Like, bro, it's its own continuity, bro. Like
right.
Just
so
let
so
it
then
cook.
so then I have a question. Do you think, because I've seen people say this before, do you think that the Sonic movie would have been better if it was like animated like the Mario movie, or vice versa with like the Mario movie being like the Sonic movie in regards to like how it looks?
I think that live action works for Sonic better than it does for Mario.
Absolutely.
Mainly because so many of the Mario characters are things that just don't translate very well to animation. That is the only reason why I would say Sonic can do live action, but Mario can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I can
Especially
agree.
with Sonic's main villain being a human, a human-esque character compared to.
Oh no.
I'm eliminating shit. Compared to Bowser, who is just like I guess would be a giant CGI monster. So it works better. It works better for animation. Now, do I think the Sonic movie could have been animated, but I guess still have the human characters? Sure, but I don't mind. I think with Paramount has shown that they at least care about the Sonic. How do I get out of this?
I think we're still kind of in.
Oh, out for now, waiting for the round to end. Okay, it's a round kind of thing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but what was I gonna say? Yeah.
Yep, now we eliminate it.
Oh damn. I think Sonic just works for live action in a way that Mario could not. But Sonic could also do animation as well. But Mario doesn't have that luxury to me.
Okay.
So I'm glad that they went with the animated route for Mario, you know, and I'm glad it seems that they put that Nintendo money in there.
Yeah.
It definitely seems like they put that money in there for sure. Plus, since Shigeru Miyamoto was working so closely with Illumination on it, it's like you can definitely tell. So, you know, good for them. It'll be a great movie, and I'll still, enjoy Sonic 3 when it comes out.
Now, okay. So then I guess we can kind of like transition, but before we do transition into that range of topics, what is the consensus on the Mario movie? Oh, you might have to not ready up and ready up again. There we go.
Okay, got you. What's the consensus of the Mario movie?
Right.
I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing everything that they got going on. I like the cast they chose, and I'm just ready to see them knock it out the park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't really care so much about the story because at the end of the day, it's Mario. It's an origin story.
Yeah.
It's like you can definitely predict the story beats, but it's all about the fun, whimsical adventure that Mario is gonna go on with all the Peach and all the characters. I'm looking forward to that. So I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I guess the exact same thing that as you're saying. Although I am very curious as to how the relationship of Peach and Bowser will be, because Peach liking Bowser, or no, sorry, Bowser liking Peach, Bowser liking Peach is kind of a huge thing. So I want to see how they translate that into the movie, if they decide on translating that into the movie. I'm very curious, very excited. But moving on, you mentioned Sonic. So now we're in the range of Sonic.
Yes.
Sonic Frontiers is a big thing. Oh, it's been real big for Sonic.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm sure you heard about 2.5 million copies within 1 month.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic.
For Sonic, that hasn't happened in years. I'm glad to see Sonic doing well, and people try to make it seem like only Sonic fans like Sonic, but that's not the case. Like, a lot of the general public likes Sonic and bought a lot of the games, especially Forces. A lot of Sonic fans didn't like Forces, but a lot of the general public bought Forces. So, you know, Sonic's having a hell of a year between the comics, the movies, all the Sonic media, even Sonic Prime, which we'll get to eventually. But like Sonic's been having a heck of a year, and I'm so glad. It's so glad to see Sonic being back, especially being like a pop culture icon again. You know, because it kind of, I mean, I wasn't I wasn't old enough to appreciate during those times in the 90s. Like I was born in the 90s, but I wasn't old enough. Um, it feels like Sonic and Mario are going head to head again. Like especially with their movies and everything. It just feels like we're back to those days, and Sonic is a contender at least.
Oh, yeah,
that's what it feels like. It feels like Sonic's like the general public and everything is starting to like Sonic again, which I appreciate because I never did like that consensus that it's just a Sonic game. Sonic games are generally bad. Like no. We actually had a good one this year.
This one's actually been really, in general, Sonic's been popping off comic wise.
Yes.
And I haven't finished Sonic Frontiers. I'm on the second island now, which, by the way, that first boss was crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was. I actually finished the second island. I'm on the third island now, so I won't say anything. But no. That first boss was insane.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it.
No.
Now,
go ahead.
I don't have much to say about the story yet because I haven't progressed too far. But that being said, like the gameplay in general, like when I was playing it the first time, this was before they announced any DLC, right? So when I was playing it, I was running around a lot. And I was like, man, like the way that this game feels is great. This would be like really, really, really good. Yeah. If there were like more characters, and then they announced that they were gonna like put more DLC in, like new stories, levels, whatever, and new characters. I was like, wow, this is really good. Say again.
3, by the way.
Oh yeah. we're about to follow the line that leads to the correct exit. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, we're supposed to follow the line that leads to the exit.
Where was the line at though? I
guess the little maze on the bottom here.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It leads to we got to follow from where it is from the star.
The star, the star coin thing looking.
Yeah, the little star on the bottom. It leads to an exit. That's why I was like so freaking lost before.
Yeah. Because
these pipes all have lines. What's confusing me though is the fact that.
Wait. Okay. I made it through, but I don't understand. I'm just following it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Do you?
Yeah. So it doesn't like you gotta keep following it up until there's like no path for that star region to go, and then it makes a turn. There's no.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's not gonna just do a random sharp turn if there's multiple ways to turn, you know?
Oh, okay. All right.
So you keep going and turn until there's no path for it to go. So it's this one right here.
All right.
I'm understanding. Can you get up?
All right. He's understanding. As long as you understand. Okay. No.
Oh. I think it's this one here.
All right.
Am I tripping? Yep, I definitely am tripping.
Wait, so when I get to the penguin, I'm like, okay, where's the way? I'm just following everybody else, and I ain't gonna cap. Oh, okay. This is the furthest I made it.
I think. Oh, okay. I think.
Oh, I see. I understand.
You get it now?
I also just saw you too. Yeah. Okay, I understand. I had to follow the path on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, that's from where you see the little star, the little purple star.
Right.
Like on this one, I don't know if you're spectating Pizzata, but there's like a star on this little spinning thing. You gotta follow it from there.
All day 969.
The little otter. But yeah, that's a tricky one. But anyway, yeah, like they're having such a big year, and like the gameplay is so clean.
It is.
It's probably like my favorite like Sonic game gameplay wise since like the Adventure series, bro. Honestly,
it's good that you say that because it definitely gives me that kind of energy, especially with like I said, from where you are, like a lot of the story beats and everything so far. It definitely gives me that Sonic Adventure vibe. Like it feels like they're furthering like the Sonic Adventure style of stories and everything.
Now with Sonic Frontiers, a lot of people have been criticizing like certain story things. I've gone over this before, not on stream or anything, but like people are criticizing. Like I've seen a video of of somebody basically making fun of who's the people that make like the game. One of the famous developers who's been working on a lot of the recent Sonic stuff. I don't remember, but he's like with the IDW comics or whatever.
It's about Ian Flynn.
Yeah.
People have been like crapping on
kind of on his cheeks a little bit. So somebody made like a video of like Sonic Adventure 3, but made by Sonic Flynn or something like that, and it is like it would just be like a regular cutscene, and then it just goes to like flashbacks and whatnot. And I'm like,
did we get
yeah, we did.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
I didn't realize that. Okay, I guess we were too slow on the totem pole.
I guess,
right.
But it's just like a bunch of flashbacks because I guess he references things like previous games from the past, and I've seen some criticisms like yeah, he doesn't need to like constantly shove in like lore to like make the story good or whatever. But I've also seen like some people argue like he's trying to
connecting.
Yeah, like pretty much like have a consistent timeline. They're trying to like pretty much fix a timeline or like make certain things like a sensible canon.
Yeah.
Which I guess some people aren't a fan of. But I think it's a very difficult task because there's so many different forms of media for Sonic.
Right.
And because of that, I feel like certain things will not be followed by everyone. You know, like not everyone reads the comics.
Right.
So like not everyone will understand a reference to anything comic that's like related to just the comics, you know? Like I would love for them to like I've always wanted for them to incorporate like stuff from like the comics into it, right? Like I'm sure like Shadow the Hedgehog was already like a difficult enough of a character to like translate into a game. Yeah. And whatnot. And I don't know if he came out in the comics first. I'm not too familiar with the comics in general. I own some of them.
Shadow definitely came from the games first.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And then they introduced him into some of the comics, and he became a very quick popular character.
He did.
I'm pretty sure he's like the second most like popular character. So much so that they gave him his own game, but it's so weird seeing SpongeBob like running right next to me, man.
Yeah, same with Patrick.
Yeah, but like all right. So for example, like when Sonic Riders first came out.
Yeah.
I don't know how familiar you are with that game, but
extremely.
When they first came out, right? Like, I didn't have too much information on the game, right? I just remember being in high school, or not high school, but middle school, and not having too much information besides like the color of the characters. Yeah. So I used to watch a lot of Sonic Underground. Yep. So I thought like all I heard was that there was like a blue, or not blue, but like a purple and green character. So I thought it was like they're gonna be their siblings. I was like, oh, we're about to get like siblings in the games. That'd be so freaking cool, bro.
I agree.
But it turned out to be the Babylon Rogues, which I'm not upset about. But I'm like, dang, bro, like they have these characters. Why don't they use them? You know,
I've always wanted that too. Especially some of the, I would say, not so messy stories, like from the Archie or from IDW. I would like to see a lot of those characters in the games. I'm just thinking about like if they could, like, if Sega would allow that, them like to cross over those universes and bring some of those characters into the games, like you mentioned earlier. Like I'm just imagining, like, especially if they do it well, like the fans, like the amount of fans that it would gain and the amount of people that would buy the games and the sales would probably go crazy. I'm talking like probably like double and triple, especially for all the people that read it. Like
I don't have any like sources behind this, but I've heard like people say that like Sega was basically like hiring like people to you know, like basically control the lore You know, like in regards
Yeah.
to like the stories, I've heard that they've been like that they've hired people to kind of control that, so that everything can be like pretty consistent now.
Yes.
So I don't
yeah.
like, and I guess that's why like Sonic Prime and Frontiers is the way that they are now, because they're trying to get everything in under an umbrella essentially, so that, you know, it'll be easier to write stories for the future media.
Right.
So
And-
that's a colossal undertaking, number one.
Absolutely, which is why they need so many people. But I'm so glad they're doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not one. I definitely don't mind the references, and I'm not gonna give Ian any problems for that. And everything, because you know, it's just nice to see them try to clean things up. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, they got you.
Yeah, out for now, but your squad's still in it. All right, do your thing, bro. But
Try.
I definitely like where they're going with the canon and trying to clean things up. I appreciate that and respect them for doing that, because it's been messy and all over the place. And yeah, you're right. It is kind of weird because a lot of people have been wanting this for years, but now that we're starting to get it, a lot of people are starting to switch up and be like, oh, now we don't want the games to have lore connecting the games together. It's like, well, what do you really want? Which is what goes back to that whole thing about Sonic fans don't know what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that, especially from a lot of like larger creators. It's so interesting to hear that, like, their takes on these things. It's like what do we as Sonic fans want then? Like, I don't understand. Nice job staying in there, by the way.
Yeah, we still in there, bro. We still in there. But
Appreciate
yeah, no. It's very interesting watching the Sonic fans basically burn each other alive in arguments with this, and it's like dang, bro. But honestly, like it's cool to like, even though they're going crazy, it's cool to see like so many of them like being so freaking passionate about like that series in general. So
true.
Like even if it's causes discourse, you know, they're still all under one roof of Sonic. You know what I mean? So like it's still pretty cool to see. That's what, like especially like seeing like that one Twitter post that I was kind of like debating with people. Somebody posted like a picture of, and I know that they did this just for the discourse, but there's like Kirby versus like Supersonic or whatever. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was definitely a good one.
I was like, man, oh no, not this crap.
Yeah, I hate this one too. Let me see.
Okay, let's see.
So like follow it.
Damn, bro. Honestly,
it's not that one. All right, boom.
I'm going to this one right here. Yep.
Okay. I have no idea what.
I'm just gonna trust that everybody's going to this one. So.
Oh my lord. Please. Okay. All right. Well, we're finally moving. Okay.
Everybody's going to this one.
Oh my gosh! I got sent back. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you made it.
That last one is immediate, like to the left.
Okay. That's the orange one, right?
That one right there. That one is.
This one is what?
Follow the line. Follow the line.
I'm trying to see which way is the line
It's
going?
that one. That one right there. Yep.
This one?
I think so.
Okay. And you said, wait, no, I'm back at the yellow one.
No, you're back at the yellow.
Okay, hold up a second. Is it? No, it's not where the squares are. Hold up. Okay.
No.
Oh fuck. Oh god.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see.
All right. Okay, no, it's this one right here, I think. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. Follow the lines.
Right.
It's that one right there in front. Yep. No. Behind you. Yep, that one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And then this one, it's the one right in front, I think. That one.
This one?
Yeah, pretty sure.
It is.
Okay. So this one right here, that's the purple star. So you gotta follow that. It's that one right in front.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, send me back. What the? Hey yo! Hey yo! Oh, okay. Let me go around. I know it's not these two. It's this.
I think
one.
it's the one right in front. No, the one he just went through. Almost.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Well, you made it though, right? Oh
yeah,
damn.
but we still gotta eliminate it. It's cool.
Damn.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I ain't worried about it. That's a tough one, bro.
It is. What was I gonna say? But yeah, no, it's good to see them try to clean that up. I always appreciated how passionate the Sonic fandom is, to a fault sometimes.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate the passion that comes out of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing where they go. I'm glad that Sega themselves said that they're gonna let the Frontiers formula cook for a few more games and to continue to use it. So that's good, because if they could finally stick to a gameplay style for a few games and like damn near perfect it, that would lead to much higher rated Sonic games and getting Sonic back to that consistency. But the most thing I'm most happy about, especially since you mentioned the adventure games, something that Sega did during the 2000s, whether it was a hit or miss, was it was for me that hunger, that willingness to try. Oh, I left already.
Yeah, it took me a bit.
Okay. Yeah, it was that willingness to try different things and try different gameplay styles.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed, which was how we got much different games, like from Sonic Heroes to Unleashed to, you know, even to an extent Sonic 06 with its different gameplay styles, especially like with Silver. It's like I appreciate them trying new things rather than in the 2010s when it was basically cut and paste different games outside of maybe Sonic Lost World, which a lot of people don't like, but I actually kind of like that game a little bit. For what they were trying to do. I mean, it is definitely have some story, like some gameplay beats from Super Mario Galaxy, but I like what they were trying to do with it. I don't know why people relegate it as a boost game, because Sonic's not boosting in that game at all, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But outside of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which was terrible, the other Sonic Boom games on the 3DS actually were pretty good. So I don't know. I'm just excited to see where Sonic's going from here, gameplay wise.
Yeah.
And seeing what they're gonna do, for the stories. And hopefully we do get more of, not just Ian, but a lot of more of the comic writers to write stories for the games and see where we can go from there.
Yeah.
And if we can get comic characters in the game with gameplay styles and everything, like I'm just imagining like a Sonic Heroes 2 with a lot of the game with the comic characters and their stats and everything. Like that would be insane.
Bro, you know what they need? They need a damn Chow Garden game, man. Why they keep slacking on that?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, I agree. I always loved the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure. I always loved it. So yeah, to see it come back, I'll definitely.
Man, they need to stop playing with me. Yo, I swear.
Yeah.
I remember Sega tweeted like a poll. I know I'm not going crazy, man. But they tweeted like, what would you like to see next, or something like that. I don't remember what year it was. It was a long time ago. But they had a poll. It was like a checkmark poll basically. Yeah. Or you pick whichever one you want on Twitter. And it was like Sonic Adventure 3, Chow Garden, and something else that I don't remember because I didn't care about the other choices.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they know what we want. They just haven't been getting to that. Okay, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of those. Like, come on, man, this dude is not sliding. What is he doing?
It's not. It's like, yo, if they build upon, what is Jay Valid doing, bro?
I don't know. I'm looking at BGDLS.
Okay, yo, it's like if they just take the gameplay style from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and expand on it, like put some new child variants in there.
See, some people,
everything, like, bro.
Some people criticize like that game. They feel like it's like I don't know how to say, like maybe too linear or something like that. Or like some people like hate. I don't know what it is, but some people hate like the treasure hunting stages. Or
yeah.
Like,
I have heard a lot of that. I don't mind.
Maybe it's because I speed run it, so I'm a little biased.
Yeah, and I get you. No, I don't have a problem with them either. If anything, the slow ass mech stages are the problem for me. But at the end of the day, I do like all the gameplay styles of Sonic Adventure 2. I don't I don't hold the game as if like it's like the best game and best Sonic game of all time.
Wait, what are you supposed to? Oh, we're supposed to grab and like throw the balls at people, and basically knock them down. And the balls like explode, so we can like.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, you son of a gun! I am so tight that I went through that little crack in the hole, man. But yeah, if you throw those balls into them, it kind of pushes them really far.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, but yeah, no, I mean, I definitely enjoy Sonic Adventure 2. It's fun to go back and replay, but no, it's definitely not my best Sonic game of all time. That's for sure.
I love Sonic Adventure 2. What's your favorite Sonic game?
My favorite, probably Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I respect it.
And, you know, I actually can understand the argument that Sonic Adventure 2 is too linear. I guess because they decided to take out the hub world and you just go from stage to stage. It's like, yeah, in that sense, the game is linear. It's not a bad thing that it's linear, but yes, it is. Even though the way that they're telling the story, like whether you choose Hero or Dark or Final and everything, yes, you just go from one stage to another. So it's like,
yeah, one and two is definitely my favorites for sure. Oh,
yeah.
The water's starting to go up.
Oh,
you gotta go higher before it.
Yeah, I see. But no, yeah, I definitely enjoy, I definitely enjoy one and two for sure.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Ooh,
yes.
Nice.
Hey, somebody helping me out.
Yeah, this is definitely the area right here. Oh yeah, stay far away from them. I guess another one will appear eventually. Oh, that's another one gone.
Okay. Okay, I survived. Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right, but yeah, no, yeah, people definitely have been being kind of wishy-washy when it comes to Sonic Adventure 2 and where it stands. But yeah, no, I would love to see them expand on the Chow Garden and, like, you know, update the graphics, give you everything that they gave me from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and expand on it, give me new Chow variants, new Chow looks, and I always thought they could make a standalone Chow Garden game.
Yeah, like let me customize my own Chow and like train and clap people's cheeks in the karate.
Right, and get this, the side mode. So it's like reverse Sonic Adventure 2. So the Chow Garden is the main game, and they expanded on it like crazy. But the side mode is actually where you can take Sonic to not alienate the Sonic the standalone diehard fans. Like the side game, you gather animals and chaos drives from standard like levels that are not called.
But you're playing with your Chow the whole time.
Yeah. Yes.
You go out and you grab all these stuff and want it, bro. That would be so legit, bro.
Yeah, no, it absolutely would. I'll be here for it.
I would freaking love that. But have you watched Sonic Prime yet?
No. I'm gonna be doing that between tonight and tomorrow. I'm trying to watch it. I think it's just 8 episodes right now. I'm trying to watch everything.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much, but it looks pretty good.
It does. Like a lot of people agree that it's the best Sonic show.
And apparently it's canon.
It is. It is.
So I've already seen people some people are not happy about that.
Yeah, because they don't like the way the Sonic is characterized in it, and everything. But honestly, the way Sonic is characterized to an extent is actually low key from some of the comics, and even like from like Lost World and everything. Where I'm still alive. Okay, where Sonic is like, you know, he's very headstrong and everything, but sometimes he leaps in without acting, and like, you know, that's always been a fault.
That's on character. That's definitely on character.
It definitely is, but a lot of people try to act like it's not. It's like, yeah, he's still heroic, but and it's not even saying that he's dumb. It's just that Sonic, you know, he sometimes is just a little too quick to jump into something without getting all the facts. Like, yeah, and so it's like that's just part of how he is.
What?
What happened? You got in?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
Okay.
I think we qualify.
Yeah,
I think, but
well, we're in fourth. I definitely got in. So
you should have seen my kit. You'll probably see it when the video goes up. But oh my god, like I was going through the yellow pipe,
yeah.
and then like I shot out, but I was like stuck to it. But I think I still went through anyway. It's very weird. You'll see when it comes out. Oh my god, that was weird.
Alright, I can't wait to see.
But yeah, no, it looks like it's gonna be cool. I like Shadow in Prime so far.
All right, cool.
I like him in Prime so far. I haven't really watched too much of that first episode yet, but I like what I saw. So
okay. I've heard a lot of that too. A lot of people said this is the best characterization for Shadow as in recent years. So
yes,
so that's a good thing to me because I know Shadow was a huge discourse over the last couple of years with the way he was characterized. So if they're starting to get Shadow's character together and everything, then I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely here for it. Giving him something else to do, especially after coming off of Sonic Adventure 2, Heroes to Shadow 05, like that trilogy kind of Shadow character arc trilogy going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the consensus on Sonic, like in general so far?
Sonic in 2022.
Yeah.
Sonic in 2022 is thriving. Sonic is definitely back.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see what's gonna how things are gonna proceed in the future in regards to that character for sure. Because he has like a huge amount of potential.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yep.
So I'm very excited.
Oh, what's this last thing? How do you feel about the argument about this last thing about Sonic before I have like another topic that I want to?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about the whole thing about people treating Sonic as if he was a shonen anime? Like some people like that, some people hate that. What is your thoughts and opinions about that?
There's so many. I feel like there's so many forms of like media that work.
Yeah.
In regards to doing it, he has like such a range of characters, personality, and like the way that his games like function, like story mode and things that take place.
Yeah.
That it kind of doesn't really make a difference, honestly. Like it works. It can work for him. I feel like, and again, he's had so many forms of media that like I don't see why that's not another part that he can't tackle. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Oh God, hurry up! Nice. Oh God, I didn't jump. I'm sad, but it's okay. But yeah, I think honestly, I don't think people should really be mad at that. That's just another form that Sonic can take, honestly, and it works for him. It'll work better for him than Mario. I can say that much.
Oh, for sure. Oh
nice.
No!
Wait,
did I make it?
You did it.
Let's go! Yo, nice job, bro. Yeah,
bro, I got eliminated, bro. That was all you.
Let's go, bro. The default dance. Let's go.
Oh, you're there.
Oh, nice. So glad we could pull out that dub.
You did that. So you know what? Before we move on, there's something I also forgot to mention, like because the Sonic movie, the third movie is gonna be coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen some people question, because obviously when you think of Shadow, like Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the big things that pop up. Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the big things. The first two movies were kind of like Mario. Oh my God. It's like Sonic 1 and 2-esque, right? Yeah. So now they're jumping straight to like Sonic Adventure 2 type beat, right? So like I've seen some people like kind of concerned, like how, like will they be able to have like, because of the tone of Sonic Adventure 2, right? Will they be able to like kind of match that same tone, especially if like like Jim Carrey returns as Eggman, you know? Like Jim Carrey as Eggman, like in the second movie he was definitely more threatening, it felt like.
Yeah.
And especially after like the I mean, obviously he had his little comedic bits
Right.
in there. But especially once he got the emerald, especially
Yeah.
like the level of threat like skyrocketed, right? And you can tell like he was very serious in certain points, but people are still worried like how will they be able to pull off like Shadow's story and even have that same tone with a Jim Carrey Eggman, you know? Or even the way that all the characters are in general. Like the tone of the Sonic movies is very, you know, like friendly, very they lean on jokes a lot. Not to a terrible like oh my god kind of way, especially with the second one.
Right. You know, it's actually funny that you say that. Yes, Sonic Adventure 2 does have a more serious story, but okay, let's just be honest first of all. Okay, Eggman is not the thing to be worried about in Sonic Adventure 2. In my opinion, it's like the seriousness in the story comes from Gerald Robotnik and the whole thing with Maria and what he was trying to do with the arc and whatnot. Like Eggman had his moments, but Eggman wasn't really, in my opinion, Eggman wasn't really threatening that much in the game, to be honest. So and it's like it is funny that people say, "Damn, you just got knocked out." It's like it's funny. People are like, "Oh, you know, Sonic Adventure 2 story. Yeah, it does have story beats that are meant to be taken seriously." But I think with Sonic in the Sonic movie 2, him becoming more heroic, and while yes, he is still a little goofy and everything, that's kind of how Sonic was. I mean, the first thing Sonic did was freaking skate down the city escape zone, and like, it's like, I think Sonic will be all right as far as the movie. Now, I don't know how they're gonna handle Shadow. You know, if they're gonna have Shadow like being serious, but every now and then make a joke, kind of like how Knuckles did a little bit. But I don't know how they're gonna handle Shadow but the tone, although I feel like the tone should be all right, because Sonic Adventure 2 tone didn't really start getting crazy until like towards the last story where things started getting extremely serious.
Oh, absolutely. No, even once they had enough emeralds to you know, power the arc.
Yeah.
To shoot the moon. That's definitely where when the threat kind of like went up. But
okay,
I would say like in regards to Eggman, I think Sonic Adventure 2's Eggman is like my favorite iteration, because he pulls off so much in that game alone. So like I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of dislike Eggman in these games. I mean, I haven't gotten too far in Frontier, so I don't know how he's gonna be in this game, but like just in like recent games, oh my god, what am I doing? I'm supposed to go in that zone.
Okay.
But like for example, like number one, he blows up the moon, right? He tricks the smartest character.
That's true.
In the series,
I always love that.
Pulls a gun on Amy.
Right.
Pulls out the blicky.
Yep. True. No. That's true. That's true.
Seemingly kills Sonic before the Deus Ex Machina.
Okay. No. You're right. You're right.
There's so many feats that and he actually succeeds in getting the emeralds, and like outside of like the fact that Gerald Robotnik had that plan for like when the emeralds were collected, right? Outside of that, like he had it.
He did. No. Absolutely. No. You know, when you put it like that, yeah, you're right.
There's so many feats that he accomplished. So when I see like the oh my god, I think the thing that annoys me with his character the most, the game that annoyed me the most, it was the one with I think it was Lost World, with Zavok and all of them. I'm pretty sure that's Lost World.
Yeah, that's definitely Lost World.
That one, like, in the comedy with that, it's just like, and I gotta say, I don't care what iteration. I Orbot and Cubot, I hate them so much.
Yes. I won't say much about Frontiers because that's a whole different thing. But yes, I've always hated Orbot and Cubot as like sidekicks for Eggman and like the foils to him, because I think Eggman like when given enough range, Eggman has enough comedy and seriousness by himself to carry, and he literally carried by himself Sonic Adventure 1, 2, Heroes. Like he carried comedic moments, serious moments by himself. He definitely didn't need a sidekick to bounce off of. So although I will say, for the movie universe, I do like the way that Stone and Eggman play off each other.
Oh, I freaking love Stone. Stone's awesome.
I wish Stone was brought into some of the games. Like since this is where they're going now. I may not have said that like back in the early 2000s, but with the way Sonic is moving now, I personally would like to see him in the games. Even if not the 3D games, at least if they put him in the classic games where there's no dialogue but there's just faces and plans.
Bro,
I actually could see that very well, like Stone driving some of like Eggman's mobiles and everything.
Bro,
like,
I don't think there's a single person. Like, I mean, I haven't seen a single person who disliked Stone in the movies.
Right.
Like he's a great character. He definitely contrasts very well with Eggman. I love it.
Yeah. To go back to your point, yes, he contrasts in a way that Orbot and Cubot never could. And for me, the worst that they were in is a tie between Lost World and Colors. Like especially when the yellow one, I think Cubot is the one that had like the whole voice modulator problem and everything. I'm like, that shit wasn't funny, not funny, didn't laugh, and I'm like, and I know Sonic games have never been the pinnacle of comedy or anything, but that was like one of the hardest. That was like one of the most like not funniest thing ever, and I'm like, the fact that they continue to just run with it the whole thing like as if it was hitting, like no.
Right.
Get him out of there. Let Eggman be a fully fleshed character with a wide range of emotions by himself, and I think we'll be all right. Like you said, like Sonic Adventure 2 Eggman, you're right. He absolutely was extremely threatening.
Even in Sonic Adventure 1 was really good. Also.
Yes. Yo, Sonic Adventure 1 Eggman with Tails. Yo, he got that one line that he hit, where I think he said, "Out of my way before I make mincemeat out of you."
Oh yeah.
The way that Dean Bristol
his performance
that line was insane.
His performance is crazy as Eggman. It's so sad that he passed. Like not to like take anything away from Mike. Yeah, like honestly, the direction that Eggman's character is now.
Yeah.
It definitely works. Like for example, I don't think Dean Bristow could pull off a comedic Eggman.
No. And,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the craziest part is Mike has shown that if they give him like more serious writing at time, then he also can pull off serious and comedic in a way that Dean could not. So
no, absolutely, because like he again, he's like even back then he started Sonic X as Eggman, and he was like Dean Bristow's like mimic essentially, until Sega was like, they wanted to kind of shift the tone of Eggman's character to something a little bit more like comedic.
Right.
So like I understand like that's just something that Sega wanted to do. And I find it very interesting that he was able to still do that. Now, do I wish like they didn't like lean so heavy on it? Absolutely. Yes. But the fact that they were able to still do that regardless is still but it's like he has the range to be whichever form of Eggman they need him to be.
He does.
So it's just interesting to me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I definitely agree with you on that. He definitely does. They just don't need to. I'm fine with comedy being in Sonic games. They just don't need to rely on it.
Oh God, no! I had such a good position.
Because Sonic games, they just. I mean, it's fine with them being like comedic and everything, but they don't have to be. But they also don't have to be overly serious either. So it's interesting because like I think about that one scene in Sonic Adventure 2 where they were flying in space. And it just felt like a blooper reel where they were like, "Oh, Knuckles, don't open the
don't push that lever."
Oh no, what? I was like, what the fuck is this? It felt like a blooper reel, like in the
But
middle of a serious story.
But it was so fitting.
It was. No, it was funny. But it's just like that's why I laugh sometimes when people are like, "Oh, I wonder how they're gonna do the tone." And I'm like, "Yo, the tone was all over the place at times, bro. I ain't gonna cap." But I honestly think if they pay attention to Sonic Adventure 2, the game, I think they'll be able to do fine. I think I'm out. Yeah, I think I'm out. Oh,
He's
yeah,
mad. He's mad. How high are you?
I'm at the bottom. I'm actually out.
Nice.
I was the last person. I fell down to the last row. Oh, you won. Oh no,
Yeah.
you at the top, you mother. Nice job, bro. Nice job. We both got dubs under our belt. But yeah. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this and everything. Well, I also love the memes that spawned from this because everybody's like, "Oh, Sonic, the Hedgehog, Sonic movie 3. Oh, they're gonna kill the kid. They're gonna get rid of Maria." I'm like, all right, let's see how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, let's see how they kill this child. Like,
Right.
what the?
And that sounds crazy to say out loud. It absolutely does sound crazy. But I think it's an important aspect of Shadow's character and Gerald's character.
I'm so curious to see
yeah.
where they're gonna take that character. Absolutely. I hope his voice is like okay
and
not like overly edgy as the previous years. Please, I'm begging.
Yes.
Like Sonic Prime like is perfect.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not gonna lie. I did not like. I in my opinion, I do not like Kirk as Shadow.
I hate it.
I don't like it.
I hate it. I understand it's not his fault, obviously. Like the way that his character is written now, it's just like I don't like the fact that they wrote his character like that. Like maybe the voice I could have gotten used to if like everything that Shadow voice didn't say was like supposed to be overly edgy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like at its worst in my opinion in Boom.
Oh my god,
where he only had a few appearances, but every appearance of his was trash.
Like it's like I hate them trying to lean on like the overly edgy because that's not like his character.
Also, they don't. Yeah, no, I agree. Also, they don't need, and like in every single media of Sonic doesn't need to shoehorn Sonic and Shadow into being rivals, in my opinion.
Right.
Like I'm definitely fine with Shadow being like respecting and
so then I think you're gonna like the show then.
Okay. I can't wait to see. But I'm fine with Shadow respecting and acknowledging Sonic's position on things, but also doing his own thing.
Right.
Or like having his own adventures with his own group, like him forming his own basically Sonic thing where he's got his own group of characters and that he interacts with that he reports to and like just having his own thing. Like he doesn't have to just be extended to Sonic. And I know he is a Sonic character, but he doesn't have to just be related to Sonic or like his rivalry with Sonic is one of the most important aspects of his character. Like we don't need that in every single form of media.
I agree.
Shadow is in.
I absolutely agree. Now that being said, I'm like I don't like Rouge in this new show Sonic Prime. She's like one of the main like crew.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
It's interesting to me. It's an interesting dynamic, especially with how she was characterized before, like being on Team Dark and everything. It's interesting to see. So I'm excited to see.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, I also like it too. I'm excited to see where they go with that going forward. So yeah, but like
I can never.
I think let's see. I'm trying to think. Are you familiar with how familiar are you with One Piece?
I haven't watched One Piece in so long, bro. I think like the last thing like I'm talking about like when One Piece came up on like Adult Swim and all that or Toonami. That's when I used to watch it a lot. But I haven't watched it in so long. I know it's gonna be like a freaking adventure for me to even keep up. Like sometimes I see people like talk about it, especially with I follow so many like cosplayers or like anime enjoyers. So they talk about and they'll post like things from like the manga
Yeah.
Like even like Luffy's newer forms. I haven't watched One Piece since like the Butler.
The Butler?
The Butler with the glasses and the long.
Oh
long...
damn!
Yeah,
Damn.
that's how.
Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. Wow.
Like
Wow.
that's how early I stopped like watching it because after it left Toonami.
Yeah.
At the time when it was like I was like in middle school, right? So like there was no real way for me to like consume that. So like once that left, like there was not like social media and all that wasn't nearly as big as it is now. So there was no way for me to consume that, you know. So like by the time like it began its resurgence, like in like at least in my eyes, you know, like they're already on their like 1,000th episode, you know. And I know I can eventually get into it, but like I have so many commitments now that I know that it's just gonna like take like if I get too into it, it'll just take over my life to catch up, you know.
You know that's definitely fair. You know, it's actually funny that you say that because it was the same for me. I fell off in middle school, and I didn't actually start checking out One Piece because for a while I was actually a One Piece hater and everything. I didn't actually start checking out One Piece until 2020.
Damn.
Like and I caught up. Like I was watching it at first, and then I just said fuck it. I just started reading the manga. Wow, I really got knocked out like that.
Oh God.
Crazy.
How do you feel about it?
I absolutely love One Piece. Once I got over the whole art style thing, it's one of the best like story wise and writing wise. It's one of the best.
No,
stories. It's one of the best stories that I've ever had the pleasure of watching and reading. I didn't realize how deep and emotional the story got outside of the character design.
I think I might have to like play one of the. Oh my God, stop! I think I might have to play one of the games to kind of like speed run.
Okay.
The story.
I would say if you can, if you're not, I mean, I would say the manga is the quickest way to catch up. Rather, I would not watch it. Although there is custom watch orders online to skip all of the filler and everything. Nice job surviving. I would say just read the manga in spare time. That's the quickest way to catch up. It's just 1,000 chapters, but if you pace yourself like over
I'll be having hella time at work.
Oh yeah. So if you pace yourself, you'll definitely be able to catch up within a couple months. If you just focus on the manga, don't even worry about the anime. Just read the manga.
What's your favorite character?
My favorite character is let's see, Law. Now, yeah. You've definitely seen his design. So many people have cosplayed him, and he's just mad cool. But the reason why I brought up One Piece in the first place to tie it back to Sonic is because Sanji, you know Sanji the cook. He does this thing without spoiling anything. He does this thing every now and then where he goes off on his own and does this investigative type thing where he like gets some more information from people, like overhears conversations, hides in the shadows. And I think that it will be interesting to see Shadow do something like that, like on his own. Like prior to Prime, in my opinion, 06 Shadow was the best Shadow, like writing wise, prior to Prime. Yeah. So I like what Shadow had going on, taking on missions, infiltrating things, like and working with Gun, and Rouge. And Omega. I really liked that. So to see Shadow go off on his own and go on his own adventures, make his own friends, make his own accomplices that are outside of the main Sonic cast, but I guess you could say the Shadow cast. That to me would be an interesting way to see Shadow evolve outside of just Sonic's rival. Like we're beyond.
Absolutely.
Like we are beyond, in my opinion, the whole I could be faster than you. Like we're beyond that bullshit now.
Absolutely.
I got eliminated, so do your best. Yeah. It's like we're so beyond that now. So it's like I just want to see where Shadow's character can go from here. He's come to terms with Marie at this point. Just let Shadow be on his own now. We don't even have to reference Marie anymore because that arc is done. Like Shadow is now his own character. Let him be his own character from here on out.
Oh God. Oh thank goodness. God.
Yeah, so that's my opinion on Shadow.
No!
Wow, they really hold you. That's crazy.
That is so nuts, bro.
That is insane. That win was strong as shit. Goddamn. But
That's so crazy. That I literally stood on like the very left of the stage in anticipation of the fan, and it still destroyed me, bro.
oh man. Oh yeah. Also, I forgot to ask. How was my mic sounding? Is my levels
Oh
all
no,
right?
no, you good. You're good, bro. And
Okay,
then
cool.
I have you on a separate like thing anyway, so I can always
Uh-huh.
adjust it if I need to.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, but yeah. So I'm excited to definitely check out Prime if since you're
Look,
enjoying.
it didn't push him off. What the heck, man? And he was like right in the center.
Exactly.
All right.
So I'm definitely excited to see where they go with that. But moving on from Sonic, one of the things I wanted to get your opinion on, since you are an active and avid enjoyer of this, is what is your opinion on the current state of Splatoon 3? Having played it, and you've probably beat it already. You
Oh,
actively
absolutely.
play the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion of it? Like from the first to the third, what is your opinion on it? And where would you like to see the series go forward? I guess from a multiplayer standpoint.
Well, for one, I'm very surprised to see a third Splatoon on the same console, because I thought it would be like a similar situation as to like Mario Kart or like
Yeah.
or Animal Crossing, where there's mainly, oh my god, I gotta leave this match because I'm still spectating. Where I have to, you know, where they typically only have one per console, right? Or at least one main series on a console.
Right.
So when they announced Splatoon 3 #1, I was very surprised and very excited, honestly, because Splatoon is like one of Nintendo's most popular IPs now. You know,
It is. I remember I saw the graph, and it was Mario, Zelda, and Splatoon, and I
Yeah.
was surprised. And I also didn't know that the team that makes Animal Crossing also makes Splatoon. I didn't know that, but now I know that. So yeah. No, they hit it out the park to become one of their
like
most highest.
it's so crazy. Like they debuted on, in my opinion, like Nintendo's like, well, we'll get into that in a second, as another topic. But
say it.
they debuted on the Wii U.
Yeah, it did.
So I like the fact that it worked out for them in such a way where they became popular enough to continue. Like now, like when I first saw Splatoon, I was super into Smash Bros. I only cared about like the Smash Bros news. So like that was the time period where I was like, all right, they're like, give me Smash news, all right? Like everybody else when they watch a direct. Where's Smash is like everybody's typical response, right? So like I was watching the direct because I like to see all the other games. I wasn't strictly about the Smash Bros, but I was very excited because this was a brand new game and I wanted to see where it would go. So all right, cool.
Damn. Yeah.
So when they first showed off Splatoon, I thought it was like some third-party thing. #1, I didn't think it was like a Nintendo IP. So when I saw it the first time, I just saw like people like shooting ink and like swimming as squids. I was like, my first reaction was, man, get this Nickelodeon crap out of my face. That was like my exact words.
High key. No, you.
I was like, man, get this Nickelodeon crap out of my face, bro. What is this? That was my legit first reaction to it. So like, I find it so funny. Like it's one of my favorite like series from Nintendo.
And one of your most played games, I'm assuming.
Like yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. When they came out with like another trailer for Splatoon 1 showing off the stuff that you can do in the game, like the customization. Like I am a huge sucker for like custom characters in general. Like if I can customize a character, like I am in there. I'm in there, bro. So like
my brother's
yeah. So like when they showed that off, I was like, oh man, that's freaking cool. So like the fact that Splatoon was able to grow to the length that it is just highly impressive. So much so that like they're a flagship character for Super Smash Brothers. Like it's crazy.
True. Yeah. That trailer You're absolutely right about that. The Smash 4 trailer and seeing Splatoon get that kind of respect is insane.
Like I find it so fascinating. Like that's how big like it got, and I'm very impressed. And I'm trying to like focus and make sure I
yeah. we got this dumbass. I hate this mode. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see you over there.
Okay, the star's over here. Blah, blah, blah. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. Okay, I think it's this one.
Yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie. I was like just going wherever else is going. I was like, all right, you know what? Y'all figure it out, and then I'll just choose what y'all wanna do, bro. But yeah, no, one of the things that drew me in, cause I have played a lot of the multiplayer and everything over the years on all of the games so far, but like the one of the things that drew me in was especially with the Wii U, choosing it and then hearing that music and then looking at like kind of like the graffiti-esque style of everything, and I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. It gives me like same vibes as like a skating kind of game with that kind of level of coolness and radicalness to it. And then I was like, wait, and then I played the game and then I like saw the humor and everything. Plus I was like, oh, and for me that's one of the best ways into my heart, quote unquote, is humor. So like especially well done humor. So if the gameplay is fun and it's funny as hell, you got me. So so after playing it, I was like, yeah, no, this John's fire. So
yeah, no, it's such a cool game, bro. And the community is like very dedicated to the game, which is another fantastic thing.
Right. Unless you're a stick player, but that's a whole conversation for another time.
Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of people who that are just literally not a fan. Like, so I've seen like, because it won like best like multiplayer game, I think, in the recent Game Awards. People are like, man, I think it was between Splatoon or best. It might have been either best shooter or best multiplayer, but it was like between Splatoon 3, Valorant. No, wait, I'm lying. It beat. All I know is I think Call of Duty was amongst one of them, and there was so many people that were like, or even top streamers that are like, man, like I can't believe like this one, you know, like it's like, yeah, it's a very freaking popular.
It is
very popular series. Like Call of Duty's so generic looking, you know what I mean? Like I don't, nobody cares about this. Like, you know, like. Like I think it was like Apex. I've seen Twitter posts like choose one, like choose one, the rest have to go, and then it was like Valorant, or choose one to go, the rest can stay, or something like that. And it was like Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty, it was Valorant, Overwatch, Fortnite, and like Splatoon. And everybody was like, Call of Duty can go, like Call of Duty can get out of here.
Facts. I would have chose Call of Duty or Valorant. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I'm not that big on Valorant either.
Honestly, in this current state, I would have chose Overwatch too. Like after Overwatch.
You're not a fan of the second one?
No, I mean it's cool, but after like I was also playing Overwatch from like the jump, like back in 2016. So like I've had my like I still play it every now and then, but I've had my main fun with Overwatch over the years.
Right.
Especially playing by myself or with other people. I mean, Overwatch 2, don't get me wrong. Overwatch 2, it is fun, and I like a lot of changes they made to some of the characters. It's just like I'm just like, yeah. Well,
I'd have a good time, but I don't think I would ever play it without like friends. For sure.
Yeah. I'm not playing. I'm not grinding it. I'm not playing it by myself. Hell no. No, I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put myself through that.
Right.
I respect anybody who does, but I would never. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love myself too much.
But like the game has grown. The game has grown so much. I'm talking about Splatoon. It's grown so much, and there's so many quality of life changes that's happened. The competitive side or community of Splatoon is kind of back and forth on it, primarily because a lot of the choices for certain like modifications to stages and things of that nature are iffy at best with the way that things are presented.
Right.
But like like movement wise, like control wise, like there's so many noticeable changes if you've played it as much as I have that
Right.
there's just no going back. So like
Right.
I'm very excited to see where they go from there. But as far as like the multiplayer goes, it's honestly never been better. It's honestly never been better.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I've played a lot of Splatoon 2. I just
Oh, this one.
right now. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Like oh we will get eliminated like off rip if we fall. By the way.
Yeah.
Like there's no like respawn on this one. But yeah. Like right now. I feel like maybe it's because I played so much of the end of Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Like Splatoon 2 right now still like end game Splatoon still has a lot more in regards to like items and weapons in comparison, which I'm not surprised about, obviously, because
Also, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100% G honest with you, man. Splatoon 2, and by extension, well, I haven't seen the DLC for Splatoon 3 yet, but Splatoon 2, has a much better story than Splatoon 3.
then Splatoon 3.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. I mean, okay. I guess I'm giving it the edge because of the Octo expansion.
Oh
for
yeah,
Splatoon 2. Yeah, I know. I think it's mainly just that. I
Oh
haven't seen.
yeah, because I was like, huh? No, Octo
was like, what?
Octo expansion is like freaking godlike. Yeah, absolutely. I can agree that Octo expansion is definitely very peak, and I can't wait to see the DLC that's gonna come out, because like the regular story for definitely Octo expansion definitely beats like the regular story of
Splatoon 2, yeah.
Splatoon 3's regular story. Here's the thing, it has a lot of like a lot of the things from Splatoon 3's story takes a lot of inspiration from Octo expansion, like the menus and the way some of the levels are you know, presented.
Right.
So, oh god. Oh, you jerks. So I can definitely see I'm sorry, I'm trying to like
I also fell off.
oh god. Yeah, that's it.
You made it? You made it?
No. That hammer that hammer bopped me, man.
Oh man.
Yo,
You see this one guy? Oh yeah, okay, he fell off. I was this one person that was trying to go under the stage and try to ride on top of the what's name. Yeah, we might. I'll just hurry up and finish. But no, I agree with the way that Splatoon 3 is going. Honestly, if the next game, because I know that they said that they're entirely done with the whole Inkling versus Oxling story. Like that is completed now. That trilogy is completed. So if the next game or games, I wouldn't be mad if the next Splatoon game was a spin-off that was all multiplayer and that just got constant updates. Like that was the new hub for multiplayer in Splatoon, with constant updates, new mechanics, new weapons and everything.
I just want them to update the game so that because there's things hidden in the game that you just can't have access to just yet, but it's like programmed in the game so far. Like for example, there's a jukebox underneath the main lobby stage where you practice your weapons.
Yeah.
And the jukebox is supposed to change the lobby music. And I guess you have control over that, because there's certain things in like the previous you still spectating, by the way. There's certain things in the previous Splatoons that Splatoon games that are not present right now. Like one of my favorite things in the first Splatoon especially was the Wii U gamepad had video like games within the game that you could play while you wait for a match. And I had all the amiibos, so I had access to all 4 games, and they were all very, very good games. Like there was like Squid Jump, which I think was like the default.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was like Squid Jump. Yeah. They had like a racing one, which was really cool. They had like a volleyball one, which was okay. And then they also had a let me see. Oh, the Squid Beats, which was like the music one that's in Splatoon 2.
Oh yeah, the one I was always seeing you doing like on stream and stuff.
Yeah, on Splatoon 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And they were all really good. They passed time, you know, like I really wish they kept that. Like it's not present in the second one at all. The only one that's there is Squid Beat. And there's none at all for Splatoon 3. I don't mind it not being present for Splatoon 3 because you can like run around, shoot, and practice your weapons or whatever in the lobby, which is cool. But like, I would have really liked them to have like even if it's like a separate like little arcade, because you got access to the games on Splatoon 1 by waiting in the lobby, waiting for a match, or you access this arcade machine. Is that Mr. Krabs? That's Mr. Krabs.
That's definitely Krabs.
Or you access an arcade machine.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a gun. There we go. You access the arcade machine that is in the main hub, and you can just play them freely from there. And get up.
Yeah.
And I really wish that they did something similar. Like even if I have to walk across because that map is huge.
It is.
So I'm like, man, even if I. Oh, for a second I thought that was death. Okay, here we go. I guess we're going in here. Nice. Are you invisible?
Me? No.
Okay. I don't know what I was looking at.
Woo! Yes!
Get up!
No!
Did you make it?
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I got 50 points. We're in 9th.
I'm on my way, so hopefully we can get
you
things
can do
going.
It,
nice.
Let's go! Yo, that was crazy! Wow! Oh,
That
now we're in
was
6.
sick one.
We're 6 now. Nice job.
But I like even if I have to walk across like the freaking map, you know, like I want that arcade machine so I can just sit down and play games, you know, because they have the tabletop turf wars, which is cool. It's gonna have eventually it's gonna have access to multiplayer, like you can play with actual people, which I'm very excited for because I spent a lot of time on tabletop turf war. But I would really want to see them add them arcade machines, man, because that makes me very sad that they don't have that on there. But there's so much that they can do with the game, and the game's lifespan just started, so I'm very excited. So the consensus for that is that
consensus Splatoon 3.
It's
several steps forward and a couple steps back.
Oh yeah. In what way?
I would say it's mostly hits, like gameplay wise, multiplayer wise, but there's some things and aspects from the other two that, like I said, could be brought back into the third one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which even elevate even higher than it already is. Yeah, so I would say it's mostly hits, like absolutely mostly hits.
Yeah,
and it's extremely fun to play. So,
yes. Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited to see what a Splatoon 4 would be like.
Okay. So I guess let's move on to another topic. What recent games have you been enjoying?
Let's see. Outside of Frontiers, I've been playing. What have I been playing? I've been checking out like what they got on Xbox Game Pass. There's this I've been kind of messing around with this Metroidvania kind of game. It's like an anime-esque game. I can't think of what the name of it is. It's like you're a character whose memory got wiped, and you keep running into characters from your past. What the fuck? No characters from your past, but apparently you acting different now, and you are killing people, and everybody's like you're gonna pay for your sins, and like the character, since they're amnesiac, they don't understand why people keep saying that, and I don't understand why people keep saying that. So I'm like, what did I do? I can't wait to the reveal. Damn, I'm fucking up.
I completely fell off.
Yeah, so besides that,
I can climb that. I am an absolute idiot.
Oh, okay. Okay, the game just saved me. Gotcha.
I was walking back. What the heck?
Oh no. All right, yes, yeah. No. Wait, yes. No, no.
You can't be serious. You cannot be serious.
No way. No way. No way.
I am in awe. Absolute awe.
It's so funny when you see like the animation where somebody else's connection and everything. So it's like, what is going on? Oh man. Oh no.
You know what? You know what? I'm trying too hard. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's just go the old-fashioned way. We might still be able to do it. There we go. There we go. Now we're 8.
I don't. What place are we in?
We're in 9th.
Okay. All right. I'll take it.
Oh man. Okay, dude, we still here? Qualified, I bet. All right, cool. All right, so you said what games have I been playing? Yeah, that's mostly it. Just little games here and there. There's more games that I will be playing going forward. Now that I got more time to play games. I guess I also been playing like Yoshi's Crafted World with my daughter.
Really?
On Switch.
How old is your daughter again?
She's 4. She's like she's gone through her phases where she's like either into Mario or Sonic. Right now she's currently into Yoshi and as well as Kirby. She loves the Kirby Dream Buffet game. And she's currently patiently waiting for the Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which I am also waiting for.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait for that.
One of my favorite games.
That's probably one of my favorite Kirby games. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think my actual favorite is Kirby Air Ride, but
okay, I can get with that. I spend a lot of time on Kirby Air Ride.
Kirby Air Ride, Nightmare in Dreamland is actually my favorite of all time. Nightmare in Dreamland.
Okay, I can definitely get with that. I played that a fuck ton too. Sure, yeah.
Nightmare in Dreamland, Kirby Air Ride. What else? I played, Return to Dreamland, phenomenal.
Yep.
Any recent? Oh, the new one that came out.
Oh,
Forgotten Land is really good. Also.
I agree.
I can't even be mad at that one.
Facts.
Oh, son of a gun. Let's move it a little bit closer, just a little bit.
Oh, come on, man. I'm about to be one of the first people on there. Yo.
There we are.
Yo, why is
this
fan
up?
Yo, why is this fan not pulling me up? What the fuck?
Dang. Up.
Yo, I've been could have qualified, bro.
At least we're in 5th.
Yeah. Oh, we are?
Oh. Yeah, so we should be good.
All right, cool. Yeah, okay. What about you? What games have you been playing?
Let's see. Sonic Frontiers, God of War, of course.
True. Yeah.
I'm really trying to obsess over God of War a little bit, just so I can like beat it before I get like ultra spoiled through like thumbnails. Right. I've been avoiding it like the plagues, like thank goodness. So I don't know jack squat where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I've been having fun going through that. I already have like 5 parts of God of War, like pretty much like ready. I might trim it down a little bit more because I've been doing some side quests, and I don't really want to upload like the side stuff besides like maybe like cutscenes or like important dialogue or whatever. But
right.
As far as like the missions go, I might cut that down. But aside from those two, I've been of course a lot of Fortnite.
Okay.
Been playing a lot of Fortnite because the new season is fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't that big on the Chrome season, which was the previous one.
Yeah.
But this one is so it looks so pretty. They have a lot more maneuvers now. Like when you run over like smaller obstacles, they kind of just lunge over it, so that way you can kind of like maintain the speed. I've heard that they've been they're looking to put they're going to be updating it soon so that you can do like wall running and double jumping.
Oh, okay. So they're trying to turn they're trying to turn it into Titanfall.
Essentially, it's gonna like in a game like that's huge.
Yeah.
It's looking promising. So I'm very, oh my god, you cannot be serious. It turned on literally as soon as I like walked over.
Oh gosh,
Those things like launch you.
they do. They do. Wait, are you still in it or no?
No, I got eliminated.
Oh gosh. All right. I'm still in it, so I'm gonna try to hold it down for us. All right. But
Yeah, no, but Fortnite. What other games have I been playing?
Have you touched Animal Crossing in a while or no?
Not for a long time, bro. Like, I think the last time I played Animal Crossing was the day that I played Akamanto on stream.
Okay. I got eliminated.
Yeah, that's probably it then. We can balance out.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that's literally like the last part, the last time I played it, and it's such a shame too because I like Animal Crossing, but I think this is the Animal Crossing that I've played the least. Maybe it might be a tie between this Animal Crossing and the one for the 3DS.
New Leaf.
Yeah, I think I might have like even though I might have played them both probably around the equal amount of time. I think New Leaf is better for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's actually the general consensus.
Yeah,
amongst Animal Crossing fans.
Yeah, because like it's so baffling that there is so much missing from that game.
Right.
Are you in a game?
No, we have to wait for the game to end. Oh, did you leave?
Oh yeah, because we got eliminated. All right, we were amongst like the first ones to get eliminated, so there's no hope. There's no hope.
You're right. Okay.
But yeah, like there's so much missing. There's so much to criticize about that game. Like a lot of the Animal Crossing fans see it. Like the new Animal Crossing fans don't really have anything to go by, so they're in ignorant bliss, which is fantastic for them. You know, stay in that so you don't get disappointed. But there's so much missing. That's like basic stuff from an Animal Crossing game, which is sad. Like there's just certain things about it that's just terrible, and it makes me sad. But those are the most recent games that I've been playing for the most part. So I guess that brings me to another topic. I guess. Yeah. Because I do wanna ask like what the worst Nintendo system is in your opinion. But before we get into that.
Okay.
Before we get into that topic, I want to say, do you have any like video game series that you used to love that just is kind of like ruined for you at all? Whether it's because of the new direction of a series, or you feel like it's just no longer made for you kind of thing. For whatever reason, like if you were a huge fan of it but no longer are.
How do I say it?
Oh my god, I'm legit stuck.
I would say for me, not too many, because I usually still I usually still try to rock with what I came up with. But you have a point. That for me that answer would probably be Dragon Ball Z a little bit.
Really?
Yes, mainly because I'm not that into fighters. Like I like the fighter story mode, but I'm just not that competitive of a player. So although I would like to learn how to play it much better, and I really enjoyed Kakarot actually. The RPG elements of it. I just kind of missed the Budokai Tenkaichi.
Oh yeah, fighting. those were peak. Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yes. That's like I like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 more than Budokai 3. Because I enjoy the free roam that you can do on the Tenkaichi series compared to the more face-to-face.
They kind of like mastered that for that format.
And what threw me off? Okay, actually, this answers your question perfectly. What threw me off for a while, like I'm just now coming back into Dragon Ball Z, but when they made Ultimate Tenkaichi, I was like, this is it. I'm done. Because Ultimate Tenkaichi was so trash, and like really went away from. The Ultimate Tenkaichi was basically like a coin.
What is Lady Killer doing?
Let me see. Yeah, that's a good question. What are they doing?
There's like two people over here.
Bruh. They just gave up. They must be AFK. But Yeah, man. I fell off for a while, and now I'm just not getting back.
How you feel about what's the new Dragon Ball series that's kind of out?
Let's see, how do I feel about?
Not Fighters. There's the other one.
Oh, Kakarot? Oh
No,
no,
no, no, no, no.
Xenoverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's a part of it. I didn't like Xenoverse at first because I was coming off of like Raging Blast 2, the Tenkaichi 3s. I was like, this feels like it pales in comparison. Although I love the creative character thing on it, I wasn't really rocking with how the battles played out. But then they made Xenoverse 2, and I started liking it a little bit more. Started watching more content creators that played it, and it made me enjoy it more. And then when Fighters did come out, I played the story mode. Like I enjoyed that, and I love the way it looks.
Absolutely.
For me,
the rotoscope is amazing.
Yes, and what was the developer? Arxis. They do some damn good work. So and I enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed Kakarot. So I would say I'm more so back on the Dragon Ball Z Game Ball now because they're just putting out more. They're just putting out much better games, more higher quality games.
Have you seen the most recent Dragon Ball game? I think it's like Breakers or something like that.
Not my style of game unless I'm playing with other people. Yeah. I would not play that by myself.
I've seen it. It don't look too interesting. I'll be real with you. It looks very one-sided for like whoever's the villain.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Right.
It just looks like it's something that you would play like with your friends, like maybe once or twice, but that's it, really. It don't look like there's too much to offer in regards to that, so I don't think that's gonna go very far. Unless they have hella DLC and they make a lot of balance adjustments and things to do, it just don't seem. It don't seem that interesting.
I agree.
But I guess for me in that regard, like, oh god, almost fell off. I would probably have to say like the Assassin's Creed series.
Yeah.
I used to be extremely huge on Assassin's Creed. And then like I think about Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah. They killed off Desmond, who is like, so I don't know how familiar you are with Assassin's Creed, but for Assassin's Creed, there's a character named in the first three ones, there's a character named Desmond, and he was in the present time period, and they had like a story, like an overarching story, and the reason you come across like he goes into the Animus, and the Animus is basically a machine that sends him into the past to relive his ancestors' lives, basically.
Right.
So that way he can gain the skills of his ancestors, which is like the assassin skills, like the leap of faith, and like just gaining like general knowledge of how to fight and do certain skills. So like Altair is like the first one, and then you had like Ezio, which is like one of my favorite video game characters of all time. One of them. Right. So like yeah, like them, like with Ezio and whatnot. And in the third one, at the end of the third one, they built Desmond, and basically they had him learning these skills for very specific reasons. But in the third one, it was kind of they killed him off.
Right.
Like he did his mission that they built for like 3 games, and they pretty much like killed him off like very, I want to say, easily.
Right.
And from there, like the tone of the rest of the series just kind of changed. So because of like the story was just like all over the place from there. I tried following, and I'm like, man, this, like, obviously you played one Assassin's Creed game. You pretty much played them all, you know?
Right.
Of course they fine-tuned a lot, but
true.
I think like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations was like peak.
Okay.
So if you played any of those,
I haven't beat them, but I have played them.
Yeah, but if you played like Revelations or Brotherhood, like you'll basically get the gist of how the rest in the series will play. But as far as story mode goes, they kind of lost me there. So I just come to
Yeah,
kind of
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
like kind of bow out of it. Same thing with kind of like Sonic as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
after certain entries of Sonic,
yeah.
it was kind of like uh you know, like they're going in a different direction in regards to like the story and all this, and like
Right,
I
right.
don't like how they're treating like my favorite characters
Mm,
in the series. So it's like
yeah,
maybe they're just kind of aiming for a different demographic or whatever, you know. So I kind of gotta
right.
we gotta run away from the fan, avoid obstacles, and don't fall off. So I kind of just uh
Mm.
think like maybe this series isn't aimed towards me anymore, you know.
Okay,
So like
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it was definitely after I finished playing Black Knight, and then when I went into Sonic Colors, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
right. I guess that's
And then
kind of how people feel.
okay, well, I got eliminated. All
Oh
right.
damn,
What? It's already over.
damn.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Good luck, bro.
But that's kind of how some people feel about like Paper Mario, or
Yeah. True. 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 True.
you know, like the gameplay style is so different for each like series now. Like after the first two Paper Mario games, they went with Super Paper Mario.
That's the only one I've actually finished. I've actually
Really?
never. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like the first two,
Mm.
and I do own them. I just gotta get some time to
I
play
hear
them.
like the out.
Um,
I hear that 1,000 Year Door is like the best
yeah,
in that series.
yeah. I've heard. Yeah, I've heard it's got the best story. So, although I was a Super Paper Mario story is nothing to sniff at, I also really enjoyed that one too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
People like
and
the
then
story of Super Paper Mario. Also, I've heard.
true. And then I've only played a bits and pieces of like the later ones, Sticker Star, Color Splash, Paper Jam, and I
Mm.
mean I also like Origami King, but like
I haven't finished
yeah,
any of them, and I still have them.
yes, that's basically it for me. Like the only one I've actually fully finished is Super Paper Mario. I've been meaning to go back and play it. Same with yeah. I've been meaning to go back and play
I've
the
never
Marios.
played 1,000 Year Door. And my friend Yami, who speed runs a lot of games,
Yeah.
he's been telling me like, yo, bro, you gotta freaking play this game, man. How is it you haven't played this? I've played and beaten Paper Mario 1 like numerous times.
Right.
So like it's
Oh,
just
nice job, bro.
you know, it's just natural that these guys are just falling off this thing somehow.
True. Oh man. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
definitely see that.
I've played a little bit of Super. I think the farthest I've gotten with Super Paper Mario was like I guess I was in like some hotel or something, and I broke something, and I had to pay for it with like a crazy amount of money.
Oh yeah.
That's the farthest I've
Yeah.
gotten there. And then I was
Okay.
like really confused about how to proceed. And at the time, there's so many other games out as well. I kind of like dropped it for
Sure.
a little bit, but I just never went back. So I do have to go back and beat all the Paper Marios. That's something I do want to do for sure. Because
Okay.
I still enjoy Paper Mario. Although
Right.
I will say like I've acknowledged the fact that like they're never really gonna go back to how the game's
That
played.
used to be, yeah.
I think the one
They're not-
I don't even mind the gameplay changes, you know.
Yeah. Right.
I think the thing that I have the most problem with is how the characters look now. Like there's no like they stopped like customizing the Toads and putting other
Yeah.
like character or races in the series, which
It's not as diverse
really it really
Yeah.
annoys me. Like that is what annoys me. Like if they had that at least, like it'd be like I feel like it would be a lot more bearable. It's just Toads everywhere, and they all look the
agree.
same. And I'm like, come on, man.
They got lazy, yeah. Well,
I don't even know if they got. I think it was just a thing where they're just literally not allowed to do that anymore for some reason. I have no idea why.
the Nintendo mandates.
Yeah, right. Like
Oh,
why
okay.
won't y'all like make these Toads look like there's a whole freaking world, man,
Yeah.
that y'all
but
have? Why didn't
that's one of the things, yeah, that I hear about from that people love about 1,000 Year Door and Paper Mario is the cast of characters that were like
I feel like
pretty,
even didn't like Super Paper Mario had that kind of stuff too?
Not necessarily. Super Paper Mario, you could tell, was the start of them starting to
like lean off of that.
Yeah, lean off the characters, and like the most interesting thing was kind of like the oh shit was like the little add-ons that Mario gets to help him in his journey was like have some sort of personality, but like it was mainly on the villains that had all the personality rather than Mario's companions. So yeah, Super Paper Mario kind of started that in going in that direction, and then all the rest of them just continued further going further down. Yeah, so I definitely get what you're saying, and that's part of the reason probably why I'll eventually give Thousand Year Door and the original Paper Mario a shot, so I could see like so I could get a chance to get to know the old partners and everything, so I can also be pissed off with everybody else that is mad at the changes, because if anything, I enjoy the discourse. I enjoy watching, listening to people's videos about why Paper Mario has changed. I enjoy watching that, but I don't have any connection to it, so it's just funny to listen to people complain about it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh man, it sucks, but I can relate because of Sonic, so I can definitely relate. So I'm gonna give him a shot. Same with a lot of the older Metroids and everything. I'm gonna definitely give more of those games a shot, because I mean I started Metroid with the Prime series.
I was about to say, speaking of Metroid, like whatever happened to Metroid Prime 4? I still haven't heard anything about it.
Metroid Prime 4 is in the same place as Pikmin 4. Not going to happen eventually. Hopefully.
But then they announced like Pikmin 4 and showed off the stuff. They at least showed, like, I feel like Pikmin 4 is gonna come out before. Yeah, like they showed off like Pikmin. They showed off Pikmin 4 recently.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 is just it's because they've changed developers a lot, and they had to keep scrapping and starting over from the beginning for Metroid Prime 4.
I can't believe Pikmin 4 is gonna come out before Metroid Prime 4. That's so crazy.
True. Yeah, and you know that's also crazy because I've only played Pikmin 3. I haven't played Pikmin 1 and 2. Yeah, it's just not.
I've played Pikmin 1. I played it because, you know, whatever, but I wasn't that big on it, but I played it, you know.
I wasn't that hooked on it, but I really enjoyed Pikmin 3 though.
Pikmin 2 is definitely a lot better. I don't know which one you said you played. You played which one?
I played 3.
Played 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Pikmin 3 and 2 definitely probably the better of them, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what's happening in Metroid Prime 4. But yeah, I've been playing more of the 2D Metroid and everything, and I've definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Now I'm going back to play the old games. Now that I'm going back to play the old games that I missed out on and everything, fuck, I got kicked out.
Yeah.
Are you still in?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
We gotta wait to see what place we come in now.
Oh damn.
Did you leave the match?
No, I didn't leave. I'm still here.
I guess we gotta see what place we end up coming in. If we get past like the 12th place, then we might lose. We got one more. Let's see. Yep. No. Yeah, we're eliminated. we're getting eliminated, bro.
For sure. Yeah, but now that I'm going back to play the older games, right now I'm playing Super Metroid.
I just left.
Okay, you just left. All right. But I'm definitely enjoying a lot of the older games that I didn't grow up with. So, it's pretty cool. But to wrap things up, what would you say? What's the consensus? Yeah, what's the consensus? The consensus is there's still many more games for me to play. I haven't played too many in 2022, and I'm looking forward to playing more when there's time. Because there's so many games, old and new, that I have to peep.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing more of those games and hopefully getting a chance to share that with the audience when I play. So yeah. So what about you?
I have so many games on my backlog. It's killing me. It is absolutely killing it. Like I have a whole entire shelf on my back, like on my my little bookshelf here, and so many games that I buy and never finish. So as far as that goes, I definitely need to go through that. I've been having my daughter play a lot of 64 games, so they're both appreciating those and playing a lot of different new games. So I guess my consensus with that is basically with so many games coming out and being out already, I have to indulge myself in growing my collection, even if I know for certain that I'll only be playing it for so long before something else calls to my attention. Especially in the field of like trying to be big on YouTube or bigger anyway. You know, I have to keep moving on to whatever's popular.
Yeah, same.
To be friendly with the algorithm. But aside from that, I mean, I try to play as much games as possible and keep myself busy in general.
Right. I agree. I get you.
So
Okay. Let me see. Do you even have time for one more game or no?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Because
I don't know. I don't know what time you need to like stream. You're planning on streaming or whatever, right?
What is today? Saturday? Nah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm actually probably gonna work on a video after this. No, I was just because I remember we had talked about before, and I wasn't sure if you still have time after this. So.
Oh yeah, no, I don't work today. I work tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I work
Okay.
tomorrow.
I probably got a few more games than me because
Yeah.
and I kind of want to save this for like next time. Like next time you want to do another
Absolutely.
episode, because I do have more topics. Like I didn't even get into. Let's talk about the state of Mario games, like like the main series. I didn't even get into like talking about Pokemon or what was just recently revealed with Ash's story is over.
Oh,
and,
right.
We didn't even get into that, so we can save that for next.
Yeah,
we can save that next episode.
Absolutely.
Because there's more stuff to discuss. So but that's basically what I've been thinking about so far. Currently in 2022, I'm looking forward to seeing what 2023 brings. Especially like I said with the Mario movie and whatever other games are gonna be coming out. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So I guess we can kind of like wrap up with another topic. Something simple, and then all the other ones that I have here, I can save for the next one. Now I'm remembering, like, yeah, we can just do multiple of these. What would you say is like a motivation for you, like regards to content creation?
Okay. Motivation for me is being able to being able to share my passion and meet other people that come from different walks of life to hear to kind of get their point of view on different things, different perspectives outside of my own growing up, and especially on like different games that I've played, different animes that I've watched. I like to hear different viewpoints on these things, so that's part of why I like making content, because I like interacting with people and kind of seeing, all right, so what do you think? Yeah. I like putting myself out there.
Yeah. This dude's really trying to climb over.
Hey, now. It definitely is. What about you? What would you say is your main?
My motivation for me, man.
Yeah.
I had a recent video. I'm sure you've watched it. Where I talk about how crazy it is that people can just straight inspire people to do what they do. You know, like I don't know what kind of inspiration or motivation like these bigger streamers, or content creators like have to keep going. But honestly, like I had a simple interaction with Berlizzi on his stream once, and I had gone on a huge hiatus to pretty much like kind of find myself what it is I want to do. And that simple interaction and knowing that like he remembered me, and who even knows if he actually did? He could have been talking out of his ass. Who knows? It could have been one of those generic like, hey, yeah, of course I remember you. You know, like eyes to the side. You know, like trying to avoid eye contact. Yeah, I remember you, man. Sure, of course. It could have been one of those. You know, but regardless, like just the gesture alone was enough to like motivate me to, like, you know what, I like if I can like be notable or memorable to somebody like who's leagues ahead of me in regards to this stuff, like maybe I am doing something right, or maybe I can do this. You know,
Right.
like, cause I've like at the time I was like kind of resolving myself to like, yeah, maybe this ain't really for me like that.
Right.
Like maybe I do better as like the kind of like the tech guy, or like the guy who really helps like other people
Right.
with like working on their stuff. And
Funny that you mentioned that.
yeah, like that's what I was thinking, like, cause I hear like my streamer friend Anti-Yami, who's also a Twitch streamer.
Okay. Yeah.
We're pretty friendly with each other, I think, and he said that basically we came to his stream at a time period where he himself thought about like quitting.
Yeah.
And basically I guess something about us like kind of sparked something in him to wanna keep going also. So he put off like quitting streaming to keep doing his thing.
Wow, you and me finished at the same time. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I was like, so hearing him say that is like, dang, bro, like
Next.
like that is kind of crazy. So
That's what's up.
like just being able to kind of just be present and touch as many people as possible is kind of like my motivation, because who like there's so many people who we don't even know, like that can be, you know, inspired by us doing our thing, you know. So that's just one of those things that I got to think about when I do my thing.
That. You know, it's funny that you said that, because the current thing driving me, the current thing driving me to want to be better and to make better content and to be more consistent is like I see you, and then there's a few other people, a few other streamers that I follow on Twitter, and I see y'all doing y'all thing, and I'm like, you know, like I guess everybody has lives and everything, but people can still buckle down and do what they need to do, and I'm like that should be no different for me. It's
right.
Like, you know, like if I truly want to do this, then I can definitely make time for it. You know, there's no excuse for it. So I'm like seeing y'all, and then also recently, are you familiar with the streamer Your Butt Heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah. So recently he had put out a tweet about consecration and, like, you know, being consistent and everything. And he had responded to my response in his tweet. Oh, I just got thrown to the top of the freaking thing with the and he responded to what's name. You know, he was like, first focus on that idea that gets you to the door, and then focus on, you know, like staying there and keeping the attention on yourself. And I was like, you know what, I haven't even tried to do that. So, like, you know what, let me give that a shot. Let me start throwing different ideas at the wall and seeing what sticks. And who knows, like who knows what could end up working in the end. It could be something I never thought that I could be known for. It was like, you know, so it was like just giving it more of a shot. So I didn't even know I forgot they had Cuphead skins. Yeah, so like seeing that, I was like, you know what, let me definitely give it a go. And then it's crazy, because on a recent video of mine, somebody was like, yo, I would definitely like to watch you play Sonic Frontiers. And I was like, no. And it's like somebody I did not know. It was like somebody that just came to my channel who previously wasn't subscribed. And they were like, you know what, I'm going to subscribe to you. And I was like, I was just surprised. I was like, you know, I'm still working on growing and everything. It's like, to hear somebody that's like, yo, I can't wait to see your playthrough of the game. It's like, okay,
yeah, bro.
Like it's like, all right, I'll give it a shot. So far, I've put out one episode, because I do it by the island and everything. I just do a super cut down all of the like side and just try to keep as much of the funny, interesting moments in it, and just cut out all of the dead air. So I'm editing the second episode right now. So it's just interesting.
No way.
Right now.
I am so tight.
No, you got knocked out?
Yeah,
oh,
that one. I didn't know that there was gonna be another one of these things coming out.
Oh man.
Well, you might still be alright.
All right, well, I survived, so we should be all right.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We qualified.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start banging these out and everything. So now I'm looking at a lot of my old streams. Like, I remember back when I did a couple months ago, when Forgotten Land came out, I was doing like a Kirby month and everything. I was like, playing all these Kirby games back to back. Also with the Sonic one, I'm like, I do have content here. I just need to learn how to cut it up. I'm practicing editing on these things. So I'm like, you know what? You know, maybe I definitely could do this. There's also a video that I wanted to make coming out soon that I'm working on. Because now that I'm starting to learn about the YouTube analytics and how they work and like what my audience wants to see, it's so interesting. It's like, obviously I know what kind of content I want to make, but it's so interesting that sometimes the things you want to make goes against what your audience wants to see. And that could be a tough decision sometimes. It's like, do I still make this anyway? But you run the risk of possibly ruining your channel. Or you can put it on a second channel if you really do want to make that kind of video, or have you. So that's like, so now that I'm starting to learn more about these things, I just started to look at it differently than I did at first when I first opened my YouTube channel. I started looking at these things a little different. So it's definitely interesting.
Yeah,
that's definitely a process.
That's I feel like that's like one of the hardest things, especially like starting out.
Right.
In regards to, if this alligator don't get off me.
Right.
Like it's like starting out with like creating content and whatnot, or streaming, especially, right?
Right.
Like people on Twitch will only like you don't want to. It's hard because you don't want to stream something that's oversaturated, but at the same time you can't really stream something too obscure. And it's just,
although Twitch has been making strides in kind of edging people in a certain kind of way. It's like, oh, you like this kind of genre, well, maybe you might enjoy playing this game. You know, this game doesn't have that many viewers, or this game doesn't have that many competitive channels, so maybe you should check it out. It's like, it's crazy to see how much Twitch has changed from when I started back in 2017-ish to now. It's like Twitch has gotten so much. I mean, it's changed a lot of good and bad ways. But it's just so funny because now part of me is like, while I didn't make so many great friendships and everything, shoot, even meeting you, through streaming and everything, part of me is like, okay, part of me is wishing that I did take making content on other things a little bit more seriously than I did before I was just streaming for several hours. I kind of wish that I was making content instead of streaming some of the times, even though I did have a lot of great times with people that I've met.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I would never trade any of it. I would never trade any of it. It's just so interesting now that I know what I know. It's like, all right. That's why I'm like a little bit. Sometimes I'm a little bit reluctant to stream a little bit because I'm like, yo. Oh,
he's really trying to sacrifice himself,
bro. The alligator, bro. So that's basically what I'm thinking now. Oh gosh.
Oh God.
No!
Oh,
wow.
So close.
Wow, I fell right through. That's crazy. Damn. Well, this is actually a perfect way to end it too.
Yeah. We almost had that. You almost had that.
We did. We almost did. Oh my gosh. Hidan Akatsuki. Oh my lord. Naruto fan spotted.
Right. But, yeah, no. Right. It's so interesting to try to like figure out like what it is we want to do versus like what people want to see, and you do have to definitely try to learn to compromise certain things and kind of test the waters a little bit to see what people want, or try to broaden out your range, especially like people will watch anything depending on the people, but the problem with certain things is like it's a lot easier once you have an already existing audience, right? Because people, if people come to your stream and they see you and you got good vibes, you know what I mean? People will stick by if they feel like you got nice vibes to you, you know?
Right.
It's a very tricky thing to figure out, but it's time consuming. You know, we're small fries, but as long as we keep like consistency is especially the key. 1000%.
Absolutely.
Without consistency, it really don't matter how good your stuff is, unless you already have that audience, you know, then in which case you've already built a following where that will follow you no matter what, you know. But starting out, consistency is the most important thing I've definitely come to see for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
And there's definitely easy things to learn what to do in regards to streaming, and people can get very demotivated very fast sometimes, and streaming's
Oh, I know
definitely
it.
not for everybody, but
Right.
it's about enjoying yourself first and foremost. You know, the people who stream and fall off, or even make content and fall off, are the people who are usually doing it because they want to try to get funds, or they want to be
Right. Right.
big, you know. And I want to be big and make funds,
Yeah.
right?
I was
But
like, yeah, there's
like,
nothing wrong with
but
that,
that's
right.
not why I want to, like, for like, number one, I want to reach as many people as possible,
Yes. Yes.
you know.
Yeah, I
Um,
get that. Same here.
like, inspire somebody to want to go out and do whatever it is they want to do,
Right.
things of that nature. Like the rest is like whatever bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not why. Like, I work a job. I have a job, so like, so I don't
Exactly.
need the
Exactly.
money from this stuff, you know.
Right.
But like, reaching out and playing with people, getting to interact with people, that's my main goal, because I feel like just talking to somebody will motivate somebody to want to go out and do more with what they want, you know.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's definitely
Right.
possible, absolutely possible. All you need, like, some people might just need a little push, you know. But
Right.
yeah, I
But
think it's pretty cool. Go
so,
ahead.
what would you say is the consensus content creation for you?
Hmm.
What is your consensus?
I think it's not for everybody,
Mm.
but if they are enjoying themselves, and their self enjoyment is the most important part of them creating the content,
Yeah.
the people will follow. People watch people open up boxes. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
That's
Like,
true.
people
Yeah.
will literally watch anything, as long as, number one, the person doing what they are doing enjoys what they do. That
Right.
alone has its own, like, energy to it, and that'll get people to want to tune in. So
That's true.
definitely definitely my consensus on that. Do what you like to do.
Right.
Number one. The rest will follow, as long as you keep doing your thing. Try not to be controversial.
True. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of people who like doing what they like to do, but their own thing is being controversial and starting up drama to kind of get clicks.
Please
I mean,
don't.
in my opinion, I would do that. But yeah, no, I totally agree with your points. Right. If this is something that you want to do, and you like doing whatever it is that you like doing, that make content out of, then yeah, do your thing, and then people will follow. And I would just say, if you're gonna do that, and if something you want to do is eventually make it your full time, then you have to be open to learning and understanding that sometimes being realistic, the things that we want to do are not going to help us grow.
Right.
And being open and understanding of that. You don't have to change it. You don't. If that's what you just want to do, you don't have to change it. But if it is if one of your end goals is to, like, like, really blow up, and then you should be open and understanding to, and receptive of, your audience.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
But
So
go
yeah,
ahead.
no, you said it pretty good. I think it's very important to follow those ideas, and obviously branching out is very
Exactly.
important too. Like, the more you branch out, obviously don't branch out with the sole intention of using them to broaden your range,
Right.
because that leaves a bad taste.
Yeah, that is fair. It's very true.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to reach out to people in a genuine manner and work with them.
Yeah,
Because like, which also can lead to, like you said, if you do it for the wrong reasons, one, people will definitely sniff you out, and two, it'll leave a bad taste in people's mouth. But yeah, if you're being genuine and honest, don't be afraid to work with other people.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, sometimes a lot of people, they started from somewhere, it's like a lot of the YouTubers that you see that are big now. So at times they collab with other people. They work with other people that help them, and and they enjoyed themselves. So don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to just be a solo show. Be genuine, be respectful, and everybody can eat.
Yeah.
Like everybody can eat. You ain't got to do it alone, and you don't have to stomp on people to eat. Just like
absolutely.
Everybody should be able to eat.
Well, anything you want to plug before we wrap this up?
Let's see.
You want to plug anything? Because obviously I'm definitely gonna obviously put all your information in socials and whatnot in the description of the videos and all of that.
Sure.
But aside from that, anything you want to advertise or like,
sure.
You want to try and pitch something?
Let's see. I would say you could definitely follow me on Twitter at the AprilSamurai. It's my most active account.
Right.
And I would also say you can also follow me on YouTube at AprilSamurai, and as well as on Twitch at AprilSamurai, the same thing. But I would say mostly just follow me on YouTube because I'm gonna be mostly focused on that and Twitter. So yeah, no, definitely. I appreciate you, Cynos, for having me on.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was a pleasure to play with you, and it's a pleasure to talk with you and pick your brain on a variety of topics. So
we'll do this again eventually.
Absolutely.
I have some of our topics still saved, so when we do a follow-up episode, of course we'll still use the same models that are gonna be on the screen. Of course you're free to use the ones I sent you also.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. But it's gonna be interesting to put this thing together. It's been 2 hours and 53 minutes. It didn't even really feel like that, honestly.
It really didn't. That's how for me. That's how natural it felt. Just being able to play the game and just vibe out.
I'll be honest. Like the beginning was a little rough for me because I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to go about like going into a topic, but once the intro pretty much finished, it was kind of just like simple, pretty easy.
Yep. No, I definitely agree with you on that. And then I liked how both of us at times were able to move the conversation into different topics in a natural manner.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, okay, it's like, all right, at this point, Cynos, we have talked about this enough. Our Cynos will move us into the next topic. It's like, like we're back. It was like a back and forth.
First little episode of this, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all.
I'm looking forward to seeing you and whatever other guests you might have on at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It might be even times where I invite you and we have like other people and we play Mario Party or something.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, we can even have even more topics. Like even if it's like similar topics, like just like that we've had, but just to get the opinions of other people, so we can hear that too. I think it'll be cool. But yeah, bro, it's been a pleasure. I know you got things to do. I'll go ahead and edit this out. But it's gonna be something to listen to and fix up with the new little models that I'm gonna have on screen. Right. Until next time, bro, I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
I appreciate you for having me on, man. It was a pleasure.
Until next time, bro. Peace.
Until next time. Peace out.